Woo, we are live. We are alive and live. It's a whole good mixture of stuff.
Both of those things.
And I am alive. We are back. It's fantastic to be here. Happy not coup day. The opposite of the coup day. Not to be
Yay, peaceful transitions of power.
Yeah. So yeah, let's say hello to everyone right now. Welcome in all of you. Hey, we're at 40 viewers right now. That's super sick. Remember, tonight is a special stream we've got because Amelia playing Tarek tonight has a challenge she put out that if we get up to 80 viewers at any one point, they will next game come in wearing full cosplay for this. And I think several of the other teammates have said they would do the same. But Amelia started us with this. So yeah, let's hit it before the show even starts to be super sick. So yeah, we're going to drop the link to the stream right now in there. I mean, you guys are already here, so you know what's up. But take a minute. Don't worry, we're not starting right away. I mean, we are starting, but take the stream link and put it out on your Discord or put it out on Twitter or anything, and just let people know that this is going on right now. Twitch.tv/Lark Network. We just flooded y'all with that. Grab that link, send it somewhere. Oh, thank you for that 2 months of subscription there, Radio Free Will. It's a pleasure to have you, bud. It was amazing. We had over 120 viewers on Monday, so there's no reason we can't get to that tonight. We are all very adorable people and worthy of your attention. I'm live on TikTok right now, just telling people to come on over, check us out, and enjoy. Besides that, a couple of things. Remember, we are an affiliate program now. You're watching the Lark Network, and we are an affiliate with Found Familiar Coffee. You can go ahead and check out their amazing D&D inspired coffee with artwork on all of the bags that you can see that right now with Nightbot dropping that in the chat. You can go to foundfamiliar.com/Lark podcast and get 10% off your first order. Plus, we get a little kickback. So it's like, hey, if you want to subscribe, but actually get something in return in that one, go buy yourself some coffee, and it helps us out too. So yeah, it's good coffee. Several of the folks here drink it, and they're actually Kansas City based, so they are in my backyard. So I love that. Outside of that, other things to note. Before we dive right in, I want to make sure we do this at the top of every stream. I want to make sure we start doing this. I want to let y'all know we got a posture check. Thank you for that. Concussion 58. Boom, boom. Posture check, baby. So everybody is going to hit that posture. Let me even adjust my back of my seat a little bit. Ooh, comfy. Let me hit you with this so that you understand how we're even doing this whole show tonight. This is a special show every other Wednesday that we get a lot of help from the Torpid Network. So all behind the scenes work at the Cauldareen Chronicles is produced by Sunset Brews, who's chilling in the chat, of the Torpid Gaming Network. Give them a follow at Torpid. Give them a follow at twitch.tv/Torpid Network. Please do that. They stream tabletop RPGs on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and a variety of other games throughout the week. And give at Sunset Brews personally a follow on TikTok. Does some amazing work. You've probably seen him a lot as the potions guy. So fucking check him out and do that. Desert Beach, I know that guy. Good. He is best nerd.
He's a good guy to know.
Yo, I'm gonna throw him under the bus right now. Yeah, that nerdy nerd got engaged on Monday. Hey.
Congratulations.
What? It's to Desert Beach. Oh, so they're doing a couples thing in our chat. Oh, okay, I see you. I think
Unacceptably
Cute.
Hey, congrats, Desert Beach. You're all right. You've got you and your wonderful nerd. You're welcome, I guess. Like we're doing a stream or whatever, but congrats.
Cool.
Congrats.
That's fine.
Mazel.
No, I'm super glad. You do have the best nerd. But we get them on Wednesdays, every other Wednesday. So like, remember when you're writing the contracts for marriage that you have to write us in.
Oh, is that
I have to give you off every other Wednesday for 4 to 5 hours.
Hey, Fluffy, a wild nerd potato appears. Welcome in. Okay, so let's get things maybe rolling. Is there anything else we need to throw out here for y'all to know about? I gave you enough time to share the link. I told you all about stuff. We're almost at 50 viewers already, so that's just nice. Yeah, we'll just keep rolling and do our thing. And hey, you know what, chat? If y'all enjoy things throughout, don't be afraid to clip or anything like that, because we love participation. And if you guys drop a follow or a sub in the middle of the stream, I'll try to make sure we pause at a good point so I can give you a shout out. If I miss it, I'm sorry. I get heavy in the RP sometimes, or I'm juggling 5 of these knuckleheads, so please forgive me. But we will be active in the chat, and Sunset will for sure have your back. Hey, we crossed 50 watchers right now. We're getting close.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, 30 more to go, and she's got to do the costume.
Gonna
Should have
pay
shot a
up.
higher goal. I should have been like 1,000.
Yeah.
Let's
What?
change it now.
Let's
If we get
yeah.
1,000, I will
Nah.
tattoo Terex's name on my ass. So
Don't you say that? That's when they're going to rate us.
Well,
this
Amazing
week-
stuff.
yeah, if someone rates us and gets to 1,000 viewers this week, I will tattoo Terex's name on my ass. Okay.
Wow.
You feel pretty safe in that one. I wish I had like
Wow.
a super famous friend I could call in to ruin your life right now.
Justin Bieber.
They'd be like, well, damn.
He's like, I'm going to be getting a new tattoo soon anyway, but I guess I could update what it's going to be.
I like how that's
Oh
gonna be
my
the first clip
goodness.
because they're already like
A bunch of people are saying, "Clip that."
Yeah, click that now.
right now.
You're the one with the clipping power.
Hey, can't,
I'm acting.
can't go back. Thank you for downloading Twitch just to watch us. So,
Hey,
yeah, you are
thank you.
much appreciated. Okay, so I say we get y'all in. Last week, this is episode 7 and 8, because this is going to be coming out as a podcast. Don't worry, there's only 3. There's only 3 that were out and about. Oh, timed out Desert Beach for 5 seconds. Stop posting links. Oh no, Desert Beach, don't worry. Nightbot needs to chill. Nightbot needs to
Shut up
relax.
and chill.
Sometimes Nightbot is drunk. That's just how it is.
Yeah, that's okay. So last week we did episode 3, which technically would be episode 5 and 6. We're going to start calling them by the podcast episodes, but that way it's easier for you guys to understand, because we record and we have a break in the middle. That allows us to put up 2 podcast episodes. They're going to be coming out starting next week, I believe. That's really me talking to my procrastination self, trying to go, hey buddy, can we do that next week? And he's like, hey, the numbers, man. I got bagels to eat, but I think I could work it in. So we're gonna get those out to you next week. That's a weird promise from me. And beyond that, we're gonna just move right in. And thank you. Oh gosh, the History Channel. Thank you for that follow. Okay, so yeah, this is episode 7 and 8 tonight. And in last episode, y'all got to separate the party. You went on a little reconnaissance. And you came to a couple of conclusions, and you have decided that you are going to follow some folks, but we are going to give y'all the proper intro. Oh, get in that zone, get in that mood. At the mesa of a mountain, in the land of trickery, we find a forest. Withered trees of dull green and brown packed tightly to paint the scene as a thick fog rolls outward and down the cliff sides. A sad state for a forest, but a perfect place for a hideout. Beyond the fog, beyond the trees, beyond the illusions, we see a lush forest teeming with life, leading to a village brimming with energy. As the organization responsible for monitoring magical anomalies and fighting back against the corruption of magic, the clan of Cauldareen won't be caught sleeping. We see teams of agents returning to base via the teleportation circles on the outskirts of the village. Robotic creatures crawl the treetops of the seething forest, monitoring those permitted. And we find new recruits to the clan of Cauldareen, hard at work on their first mission.
Hello, I am Myri. I'm playing Brutus, the human paladin.
Hello there, my name is Mustafa. Mustafa, name's so nice you gotta say it twice. You can find me as the Super Goat on all socials, and I am playing Tear, the ASMR Druid.
Hello, hello. My name is Grim Songbird, and I will be playing my lizard folk wild magic sorcerer, Hiccup.
Hi, my name is Amelia Som. You can find me everywhere at Amelia Som, and I will be playing Tarek's niece, the Drow Blood Hunter.
Hi, I'm Ivy, and I will be playing Ruby, the Fire Genasi Arcane Trickster Rogue.
Hiccup and Brutus found their way to a playful pint in search of information, but they got so much more. A drum thrust into Hiccup's hands, a dance of blades on stage by Brutus, new friends and old stories, the tragic past of a band of 5. Whispers of guards mention a ledger where all entrants to the city are kept. A fallen star scurries across the city's streets, leaving these walls a rat and returning a noble, returning a target. With a flick of her wrist, the Fire Genasi Ruby ignites a distraction, calls for help, and a stealth check later, our blood hunter has found her mark, a ledger containing 3 things: names, answers, and more questions. Tense meeting of 2 old friends in the street, a separated party finally regrouped, and a lead. A trio of bards departing the city. Are they a target or are they the mission? Our heroes pursue them in search of an answer because they are the next defenders of these lands. These are the Cauldareen Chronicles. I always got to do that drum thing because I just feel so fucking cool. That's just like for me. Because welcome to the Cauldareen Chronicles, motherfuckers.
Get it, let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So, as we stated last week, everybody, you came out of your rooms at the tavern, the Silver Spoon Saloon, and downstairs you saw Cynic, the head of the Bladesongs, a trio of circus performing bards, and they just said that they were heading out, paid a little bit of money to the innkeeper as a gift, and they took off on their way to the city of Taunus. And they have just left only a few minutes ago, and your group has said that they wish to follow them. As you are concerned, something is amiss, that they themselves may be a target, or something worse. Jarvis has just handed you the ability to contact them long distance via transfer paper. Anything you write on it will appear on his and vice versa. Now, there is no alert system, but there is a way to communicate there. You've got about a 10-minute lag behind you and the Bladesongs. You have their destination. What are you doing?
Okay, friends.
Let's say
Continuously sussing them out.
if I recall correctly, Moose, you were going to turn into something. Was that
Ooh,
correct, or am I mistaken?
Close but false. Just
Close but
because-
You're right, except that you're
but no.
completely wrong.
Yeah.
Green Chronicles, close but false on the t-shirt.
Please don't put wild shapes in my mouth.
Very much. Yes. No.
clip that.
Just in
Short rests don't grow on trees.
just in case they were not going to be the target, I'd made myself the target, so I wanted to leave the city at least in
Okay.
tear form.
Okay, I couldn't remember. That's why I asked. Oh God.
I'll turn to the friends and say, well, Team 10, I think we're gonna see a murder hopefully today, or an attempted one at least.
I mean, hopefully maybe
Yeah.
not the actual, just the attempt.
I mean, if there is a murder, at least I get to have lunch.
Fair,
Oh,
fair.
maybe we don't do that.
It's so
Maybe-
Why not?
distressing.
Why? What's wrong?
You should
Are
probably
you
ask
only
permission.
able to eat when there is a murder, that would be an unfortunate situation for you.
He
Not
just goes,
only-
no, I don't eat anything that's alive.
But just for clarification, if one of us was to be murdered, you would immediately assume to eat us.
It would be respectful.
Well, first I would avenge your murder, then I would eat the corpse unless I've promised to do otherwise.
Wait, what if it's like, several day process to avenge the murder? And then are you
I
just
mean,
going to eat my
jerky's a
body?
thing.
Please don't eat my body. Just
Jarvis,
put
the
that
Warforged,
there.
is very concerned.
Like, okay, well, since you asked nicely, I will not eat your body, Nightshade. I can't eat your body, actually.
Wait, why not?
I've seen what you do with your blood. Your blood will kill me. Like, you will kill me if I try to eat you.
It'll
Okay,
just
so
be a
now-
little
well,
spicy.
Now I kind of feel left out.
Okay.
I mean,
So in
I
all of our will and
talk.
testaments,
let's...
so in all of our will and testaments, we will remember that we need to put in that Hiccup, exclusively cannot eat our bodies.
Apparently Hiccup doesn't want to eat my body anyway, so it's fine.
Well, it's not that I
Me,
don't
Jacob.
want to.
Okay,
It's
okay,
just
okay,
that I
okay, okay.
should not
Okay.
to.
I think you could have a finger of mine, maybe. I mean, if you're hungry, practical. I'm not using it.
Oh,
anymore.
I understand. You're using a clever tactic to allow the Bladesongs to get much farther away so that pursuit is less likely to be detected, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Three-dimensional
Anyways,
chess.
let's go. As
Please
Ruby
follow.
immediately gets up, let's go before this conversation continues at all. Let's
We'd like
go.
to get... Oh, would you look at the time? We'll get back to this conversation. Never.
Ruby makes a mental note in the back of her head. Mine might not, to put in my will, Hiccup cannot eat my body.
Yes.
She continues walking.
Do we want to do the same thing we did during the test where we have have a group split up from the beaten path? Like there's somebody following from not too far away, 20 feet to the side, just in case somebody's watching us and they don't realize that.
Perhaps those of us who are
Or we just
sneakier
run
can
it.
kind of break up a little ahead of the group, a little off the path.
I also agree.
Very fair.
I make
Okay.
a very good bodyguard, so
She does. Can confirm.
Okay.
Protein is best
Dorky.
bodyguard.
Dorky DM, thanks for that follow.
E-
So what if you two, Tara and Ruby and I, north?
You do this king off very well.
all right.
Hell yeah.
All right, so what is this formation that we're doing?
I believe me and Ruby are going to kind of break off to the side off of the main road and maybe go 50 feet ahead of the group while the rest of the group is just walking on the main road.
Okay.
Sneaky motherfuckers.
So you know that they are heading out of town through the gate that leads towards Taunus. How are those of you on the path intending to go about following them? Because you guys are in pursuit of someone, but is this a stealth thing? Is this a casual thing? Is this trying to play it cool? What is your approach? Because I know two of them are going to be off and stealthing, but the three on the path, I need to know how you're approaching this.
It's gonna be hard for Hiccup to play it cool. He's already been spotted last time. So if they spot him, they will immediately get sus.
I mean, I do feel like a good call is probably to stay a little ways back, maybe not even in eyesight, and just hope that we can rely on hearing. Because I feel like we stand out just a little bit.
Oh, and we could just get within eyesight of them, and you could stay within eye line of us. So we have a bit, and then if anything
Oh,
happens,
yeah.
someone screams.
It's like a game of eyesight telephone. It's like a game of FaceTime.
It's a game of FaceTime. That's not a thing here.
Yeah, that's what this game is called now. That's what
is-
FaceTime is.
Is telephone a this world?
I mean,
Sending stone
I'm
is.
sure we can mess
Sending
up
It's a
Stone.
game
images,
of
like,
relay.
Yes.
Relay.
amazing.
Okay. I think that makes sense.
Okay, so reiterate that super quickly for me, one of you.
Yes. So there's going to be the split up group. They're going to have eyes on our quarries, and then we are going to be far enough that we have eyes on the split up group, but not on our quarries, so they don't see us either.
Okay. And the split up group that's going to have eyes on the folks right now, you do not have eyes on them as you have just walked out of the Silver Spoon Saloon, come up with this idea. You now have about a 15-minute lag, and they are gone, but you know the direction they would have gone.
Right.
How do you intend to locate them?
Quickly.
Yeah, we run. Run till we get to the city.
Quick.
Make
Okay.
up time,
To the
like
door.
especially once we leave the boundaries of the city, then we can just like book it briefly when nobody's
Okay.
watching
So we're
us.
trying to look unsuspecting as possible as we
Don't be suspicious.
Yeah.
Don't.
Excellent.
Power walk.
Don't be power walk.
So you make your way to the eastern gate, gate number 6, towards Taunus, and roll a insight check right now, everybody.
Everybody. Okay.
All right.
One
First roll
moment.
of the evening.
All right. Insight.
Do.
Oh, I don't add anything to that.
Yeah, me neither. That
Oh.
would be a 13 for me.
16 though, so pretty good.
9.
It's a 17 for me.
I got
Why
a 1, so I assume what I add doesn't matter.
Yeah. So Brutus, Hiccup, and Ruby all recognize that no murders have happened along this path yet. Based on the map that you drew out of the murders that Jarvis was able to piece together, this particular route, one has not happened on yet.
And
I see.
so
Yes.
far, only one murder has happened per path. so far?
Mostly. There was
Okay.
one that had 2.
Okay.
One of the originals and then the most recent one were
Got
both
it.
on the same path. This is now a new path. Out of the 6 possible exits from that city, there had been 4 murders, 2 of which were on one path, and now you are on a 4th path. And that's just a thought that you piece together as you're heading out of gate 6.
Spicy.
And the guards acknowledge you're leaving, and they take note of it. And just a simple chit chat with you as you go to leave. The guard up in the small tower there, greeting folks in, and another guard greeting folks as they depart. And thank you. Hope to see you again soon.
A delight.
Yeah. Yes, hopefully we'll be back
He-
with much fun and stories.
Absolutely. Have fun out there and be safe.
Okay, bye.
He gives a friendly
we-
wave.
Can we
Jack
get
is
them a
already
trinket
walking.
for the guards if we come back again? Maybe as a gift.
You want to
Brutus
get
is
them a
gonna be like-
souvenir?
If
Yeah.
if
Like
they're
what, a
not
pine cone?
evil, then yes.
Okay.
We're
we'll
going
get
to the
them-
woods. You want like a pine cone?
That would work, yeah.
Okay, we'll get them pine cones. We'll get the guards pine cones. Sure.
Okay.
So, in order to follow them, you can't see them. Ahead of you, you can see a path. It leads out amongst some small hills and it's the plains. You can see fields and forests way in the distance and that sort of thing. But they are not within sight right now, as they have perhaps been on the road long enough to be around bends and all of the sort. The two or the group of you, all of you can do this because you're still together, can make a survival check to track them.
Ooh, I'm
On
good
the
at
road.
survival.
I'm not.
It's what I do.
Okay,
I
it's
assume
survival.
They're not fae fiends or undead.
I made an 18 for my survival check.
Oh, well,
I'm very
damn.
happy with
21.
I got a
Hey.
15.
17.
Also 17.
Hell yeah.
that. Hey, we're
Everybody
pretty
has
good.
within their footsteps.
Everybody rolled pretty
We're
well,
still
it sounds
colors.
like. And with that, you're able to pick up that Honestly, I'm with that. You're gonna hear like someone mentioning, like, "Oh yeah, did you see that? The Bladesongs." They just like you heard someone quietly say sort of the same thing, and you clearly know they did come through this gate. This is the gate to Taunus, and you find some tracks that lead that no one else has recently gone through this gate, so you seem to be the only ones leaving directly after them. So it's sort of easy to detect the tracks that are heading down the path away from the city. So you have picked up their trail.
Ooh. Okay, perfect. Okay, so maybe Brutus, we do as you said, and we make a book for it.
Right. Well, stealthy people will go ahead first, right? Like,
Yes.
Okay, so
yeah, we
the
can
idea,
jog, get our cardio in for the morning.
absolutely. So you all just take off jogging.
Stealthily jogging.
Stealthily, we were stealthily jogging.
Okay.
Brutus
jog.
stealthily jogging, clang, clang,
Click, 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 click.
I need to get a breastplate.
Komorebi, thanks for that follow. Now, as you take off jogging, you are able to make up ground. Everyone roll an athletics check for me.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. I don't know what my athletics is.
I'm
Well,
not athletic.
I got
I
an
don't know
18.
what my athletics is better than my survival. What?
My athletics is also better, but that makes sense for me.
15.
I got an 18. 16
I
plus
have
2.
no strength, but I have 15.
I got
That-
25.
Just be like, I
Damn,
am
Brutus.
the most athletic.
Moose,
Cardio.
what did Tara get?
I got a 17.
All right, yeah, you all easily keep pace. You've been training for this sort of stuff. Jogging is no wear and tear on you. And yeah, today you're in top form. So you pick up and it starts to cut down their distance, and you get a sense that you're probably approaching. Now, with this in mind, you're all in a single group right now. You wanted to separate, correct? When would that happen?
Probably
I
a
would-
few minutes after, right?
Yeah, we'd probably catch up, and then Ruby and Herrick's would kind of make, eye contact and split off very quickly. Like,
I will say I did not mention, but my athletics check was a 9. I didn't get to put that in as you.
Nine.
Oh.
But I would rather be honest with my rolls.
Yeah, no, you're good. Basically,
Okay.
it was a pretty low roll. But you with that, your
Okay.
teammates, they're pulling ahead, but you're definitely still within reach. You're probably at the back of the pack, and it's not like they've lost sight of you, nor did they feel worried that they need to come back for you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and so Ruby and Terex pick up the pace to kind of get some distance, because you're trying to be farther ahead, correct?
Correct.
yes, I'm
All right.
being stealthy about it.
Certainly. Yeah, as you're running about, it's pretty open, but it is some hills and things of the sort, and there are small outcroppings. There are trees here and there, and you are running. The group is getting a certain distance behind you. How far back would you like to allow them to get?
As long as we can see them.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
sight.
Yeah, just sight.
Okay. So absolutely. We allow them to get as far ahead as you can get to kind of make up that ground, but keeping your teammates in sight and probably taking into account when you come around bends and go around corners, just kind of like give them a sec, but make sure we can still see them. And roll a perception check. The two of you.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
You got this. See real good. Bum,
Not with
ba-dum,
that roll.
bum, bum.
Eh?
Da-da-da-da.
Time of day is it?
What time of day?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty early, so it's
Okay.
not even noon yet.
Yeah. It's not like super sunny outside though. It's like overcast, right?
Yeah, it could be a little overcast.
Overcast.
It's a little overcast.
Cool. That's a 10.
As a treat.
But it could have been worse.
That's a 15 for me.
So, with a 15, as you go over a hill, you see the glimpse of a group descending behind a hill. Basically, they're up and they're just descending as you are coming up your hill. You're not on the same one, but you saw them in the distance.
Right.
And so you now note that you are sort of getting within eyesight of this group.
I'm gonna quietly mention that to Terex. Just kind of a quick note of we're on the right track.
Okay.
And then continue on our pursuit.
Excellent. So now as you're approaching, give me you've been able to spot them now, and giving Terex that information, you have been able to point them out. And once you hit your next spot, you're able to see them as they hit more of a flat land. And they are heading towards the road leading towards a forest that's just part of the path. This path will take you through a pretty dense looking forest, and they're getting close to that. But I need you two to make a stealth check.
Okay. As we're walking, do we see anybody else around? Any other people, or just this group that we're following?
So far, just this group that you're following. There's no one else out on the road.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I'm headed
18.
straight for
Let's
the
see,
ground.
you said stealth. That is an unnatural 20. 15 plus 5.
And at just the right moment, the two of you duck down as you notice one of them turning around and looking back down the path. And they're in such a way that when you crouch, you are able to stay out of sight. And they look just kind of on the horizon, and nothing catches their eye as they keep going. Perhaps it was just a nervous tick, or the sort of thing your boredom makes you do when you look around. And they have that same thought. I wonder if anyone else is on the path. And they keep going. And they have now reached the forest line. And they enter. And with this dense forest, the path winds in, and you lose sight of them at a certain distance. It would require being much closer to keep an eye.
I would say. And we kind of do a couple of gestures back and forth of, do we do it? Yeah, I guess we're going.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. And Ruby kind of looks to Terex, nodding and in agreement as they continue in.
I think we're going.
Okay.
That's the vibes I picked up from the gestures, at least.
That
We
is
got
also
a
the
posture
vibes.
check there.
Oh, my
Thank
back
you.
pop. Thank you for that.
And so you reach the tree line, and the rest of the party, the rest of you are still in pursuit. You can still see them, and you can see at this point you've come up on a hill, and you can see the party ahead now. The two members, Terex and Ruby, have scouted to the edge of a forest, but you obviously do not see your quarry.
Right.
I would also like to keep an eye out as we're walking to see if there's anybody coming behind us, or if we see anybody in the edges of the, like, outside of the beaten path, just anybody around us who is not our friends up ahead.
Yeah, very
Okay.
much. Brutus will do the actual like bodyguard thing of like keeping head on a swivel. That's a word.
Excellent. And so, yeah, you keep an eye out for others coming this way. And Ruby and Terex are at the tree line, and you want to approach even closer. Roll an investigation check, because you kind of need to find them now.
I have a +3 to investigation.
I have also a +3 to investigation. That is a 19.
I got an 18. 15
Okay.
+3. I'm so to say we stealthing out here.
So your stealth
Knock on
roll will
wood.
allow you to keep doing this. As you quietly approach, taking that same caution you were, but you know you have to get closer, so the stakes are a little bit higher. But as you're investigating, you are able to follow, and you now see them. But they're up ahead, and they seem to have stopped. Inside the forest, they've gone maybe 100 yards. By this point, your party should be reaching the tree line, just about to enter the forest themselves. And you see that the Bladesongs have stopped. And they seem to be talking, sitting, stretching, taking a break. But you have sight on them, and your party is still advancing into the forest.
Ruby's gonna look over the Terex and be like gesturing behind them to where the party would be, and very quietly, do we stop them?
And for our podcast listeners, the motions you're making are
Can you not hear me?
no.
we can't.
Okay, I'm trying to stage whisper.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I just didn't get picked
I
up
got you.
tonight. It wasn't stage enough. Too much whisper, not enough stage.
Too much
Okay.
whisper, not enough stitch. Okay, go.
Okay, so Terex is whispering.
Cool.
But say maybe one of us pulls a little bit closer to the group and the other one goes closer to the Bladesongs. Just try
Okay.
and pick up the convo and then
Okay.
warn the other, intercept.
That's
and-
good. Where do you want to go? Back or forward?
Odd is back, evens is forward.
Okay.
Evens. What was
Okay.
evens?
forward.
I'm going forward.
Okay. Okay. Ruby just kind of nods. Be careful as she backtracks.
Okay, so Ruby backtracks real quick to get closer to the party. What does Ruby do when they approach? Do you go all the way to them, or do you explain that?
So I'm gonna stop between where Terex is and where the party is. Kind of wave to get their eyesight. They like. I'm not trying to hide myself from the rest of my party. As she waves and just like gestures for them to stop. Just
I stop and I cast message to ask her telepathically, what are we doing?
Ruby just assumes something is terribly wrong and immediately has her hand on her sword.
it's 25 words, correct? For message back.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, for message, I think there's no word limit.
There's no
Okay, I
limit.
couldn't remember. I
Oh.
was mix up sending a message, so I was like, remind me. She's gonna be like, they stopped. They're taking a break. They stopped on the path.
Cast again. So we don't kill them yet. We
No,
just wait. Okay.
instant no. No, we
Like-
don't kill them. Terex is keeping an eye on them. Just stay there for a second.
He holds up 2 thumbs up. Goes, any messages? Just let us know when we need to kick butt.
She just gestures with a thumbs up. Now try to regain eyesight of Terex just to make sure that she has line of sight in case something does go awry.
Okay. And Terex, you are now approaching the Bladesongs. You're trying to get closer stealthily through the trees.
Super sneaky, super stealthy.
All right, that's going to be another stealth check then.
Yeah, it's fair. I'm very
Do the
anxious.
stealth. Do the
Natural
stealth.
20! Okay, that's
Yes.
a total of 25.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you with a natural 20, you quietly make your way, and you know your way around, moving through the brush, and you don't snap any twigs. You don't cause any issue. You move with the sound of the wind to mask any footsteps they would hear and the chirping of the birds overhead. You time it just right where you're able to get within listening range of them. And
Fucking yeah. Hell
you
yeah.
see them sitting and they're just relaxing. You're able to kind of just get a little bit of an eyesight peek on them through a tree that is sort of splintered into, its trunk starts to split, and there's a perfect little spot that at eye level you can look through and still hear them. And as you're doing so, they are talking casually, and you hear them say, you hear Senek, the leader of the Bladesongs. Oh, well, I suppose this is as good a spot as any. Take a good break, stretch our legs, and we'll go on ahead. And they look to the member sitting on the ground. And it's another half elf you see sitting with their legs sprawled out and their back to a tree and their head just kind of up. And she's sitting there going, so sitting and waiting and twiddling my thumb. Can't I like play music or something? And Cynic says, none of that, unfortunately, Nuke. So just do your job. And they stand up, and Cynic begins walking away, and so does the Goliath with them. And Nuke sits with her legs sprawled out at the tree, and she stretches out her hands. Ugh. And as she stands up, she places her back to the wall of the tree and disappears.
Oh, I dislike.
Grizzle.
I don't like that.
And
No,
you
thank
can
you.
see as Cynic and the Goliath continue down the path. Brutus, the one most ready, and same with Tear. Both of you roll a perception check for me.
Not gonna lie, I was fully ready for a get help scenario. Like, I've been injured, get help.
I would have been down.
Prepared.
I would have been
Sorry,
down
did you
for
say
it.
perception?
Yes, a perception check, please.
21.
13.
Let's go. Very nice, homie.
So you guys are there for a little while. I assume nobody moves.
As long as
And-
Hiccup relays the message saying for us to not.
Well, I guess, yeah. So I'm going to use your
Yeah.
perception roll for a
Okay.
second. But yeah, if that information has
I-
been relayed, go
Yes,
ahead.
I would have relayed the information.
Cool.
So Herix is aware that someone was there and he vanished. And that was about it. The other two continued down the path. And you've waited maybe an hour, maybe two. Occasionally, Herix hears just faint snap of a twig or something. The clear movement of the person sort of there still. And at this point, with a 21, you said? Myri?
Yes. 21.
Oh,
for,
that's
Tear.
Tear. Yeah, mine was
Tear.
a 13.
Okay. So, Tear, you hear a familiar sounds to you, especially. You hear hoofbeats.
Oh no. Are they coming in from behind us by chance?
Coming from the direction of the city of Nox.
Okay, cool. I will whisper that to the friends right next to me. So I will whisper it to Hiccup and to Brutus. I think Ruby's a little further up ahead, so probably not. But
I'll message it to her.
I think there's somebody coming. We might want to either move up ahead or get out of the way. Horse is on the way. Might get trampled. I don't like that.
We don't know about the woman disappearing, do we?
Ruby would be able to see Terex, but Ruby, do you have a way to communicate with Terex?
I just looked at you not. So no.
So you would not necessarily know, but Terex has given you a motion to not advance,
Right.
I assume.
Yeah.
But there's been no verbal way for you or mental way for you to communicate. And Hiccup has not moved within range to do so.
Right.
So you are unaware of the invisible person, but you are aware of just something.
I am alert that something is going on, and I trust Terex enough to have faith that she's decided that no, do not move is the correct answer.
Okay. So you have been given the information. There is someone approaching. What are you doing?
I'm gonna message back. Get out of the way. Duck down. This might be what we've been waiting for.
We're just like, but what if they get attacked and we're not good enough to save them?
Terex is up ahead. As soon as that happens, she'll move. If you just stay within eyesight of me, if I move.
Okay. Don't like it.
What is the range of? Oh, my message for range is 120 feet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna message Terex of the incoming horse.
You'll have to move to get within range because that's let's see, that is 40 yards, and Terex is probably about 60 yards away because there's a good distance between you because you can see 100 yards easy without necessarily being able to pass that. So you're gonna have to
Okay.
move closer.
I would like to quickly sneak my way forward just to get into range so I can give Terex the heads up.
All right, give me a stealth check.
Okay. Ooh, okay. I don't know what my modifier is. Hang on. I rolled a 19 and I have
Oh,
a
very
stealth in
nice.
3, so that is 22.
Okay, you get within range, and
Yes.
you don't feel like you made any noise or anything.
Can I say that he was crawling on all fours like a lizard?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Sneaky lizard.
Yes.
He will quickly crawl his way forward and ping to Nightshade. Incoming horses. Coming from the city.
I don't want to like say too much because
You
I
can
don't
respond
want
to this
the-
message.
You can respond mentally.
Okay. I'm
You
just gonna
can
be like,
mentally respond.
There's an invisible person up here. Just one.
Oh no. Okay. Well, we'll be ready for invisible person too. And he just rolls his way to the side and messages to the other 3. There's an invisible person just chilling. That's why we have made no progress on moving forward.
We can't do this. We can't use some random people as potential bait. I'm heading towards them to warn them. And Brutus,
And Brutus
is
will move.
gonna start towards the direction that we heard the horses coming from in the city. She's not
Ruby
being a good
just-
team player right now. I'm
Ruby's
sorry.
just Ruby sees
I'll,
that move. It just
I'll follow ahead with Brutus as well. and I'll
Okay.
let her
instantaneous.
go on
Just
her own.
So
go across that
so
phase.
Tear and
Totally
Brutus
fair.
are heading towards the sound of the hoofbeat. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you hear them, and they're a good distance away when you initially heard them, but they are advancing because you can hear just the sounds of them, galloping, and you're able to go about one hill out, and you can now see them coming, and there are 3 hooded figures riding.
Oh, that's sketchy. Are they wearing any recognizable like colors or anything? Does the
Roll a
weather call
perception
for a
check.
hood? Is
Hi,
it just
yes, this-
faster?
Actually, sorry. Which of those are you asking? Are you asking about recognizable
Oh.
colors or the weather?
Oh, recognizable colors.
Perception.
Okay.
This episode
Not
of Cauldareen is
very
brought to
good.
you-
I got a 4.
There's nothing that you can tell about them. They're all uniform cloaks and completely covered, but you can't see faces. You can't see anything. There's no markings on the horses from a distance that you can pick up on. But there are 3 hooded figures galloping down the road.
I'm going to tap Brutus on the shoulder and say,
Yeah.
I know you don't want these people to die. I don't know if us warning them is going to do much help if they're needing to get somewhere. Maybe we go ahead with our original or like with our backup plan of having me be the I guess the bait, and instead of waiting for the ambush, we just run into it and know it's going to be an ambush. I guess we take away their edge.
Okay. Yeah. She's gonna
Fair.
look real concerned and but agree that is probably a good idea.
Okay. Mist Walker, thanks for that follow. Tear, I need you to give me an insight check. I don't want to do that.
Brutus is going to bring up.
okay.
Did they see you at the tavern though? Because it won't make a good ambush then.
They did. I did roll a unnatural 20, by the way. Dirty
Might
Uh,
work.
You also have the thought that you're curious why they're hooded up, where while it is overcast, it is not rain and it is not weather for it, and they're completely covered. You can't discern anything about them. It's almost
I-
as if they're hiding their identity.
These people coming over might not be the most innocent either. So we need to make a decision, and we need to make it fast. Do we run for what we think is an ambush, or
Let's
the creepy, unconfirmed creepy people?
let's go hide with the others and just hope this doesn't go bad.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
Ter.
Got this. We got this. As a team, we'll figure it out, and I'll jump off to the side and try and find somewhere to hide as well.
Okay. And you join the team and you all hide. And while you're hiding in the brush, your Terex is up where they were still, correct?
Yep. Tree. Well, not in
And
the trees.
Hiccup got to a point where they were within range. And the other three are now just sort of at the tree line, but a little in, correct?
Ruby's between them and Eric's. Ruby was watching through this and Air with just a death glare. Just, I swear, if they do this,
I'm a paladin. I'm sorry.
Hydrate
Fucking
check.
Paladin.
yep, hydrate check.
Done and done.
Thank you for that. KT.
No, Ruby this whole time has been death staring these two. If something goes awry, like they're technically on my team, I have to help them. Now that she's ducked back in the bushes, her attention is more focused on these hood figures and where they're headed, and kind of turns in Tarek's direction.
And so you're all hiding. And I need from the three of you up front, from Brutus and Tear and Hiccup, I'm going to need some stealth check. Actually, Hiccup, you had a nat 20 on your last one for a 25.
I rolled a 19 and my total was a 23.
23, right. Okay. So you're still good in your location.
Cool.
But Brutus and Tear have left, so I need a new stealth check from them to like reset themselves.
Oh no.
I hear, oh no.
That's the 6. I was gonna cast Pass Without a Trace, but I chose not to.
I wish you had, buddy. I wish you had. Because I had to roll with disadvantage because I have armor. And so I got I think with my plus... Oh, well, that's a little better than I thought. That's still a 15, but the other roll was a nat 20. That's just gone now.
And what'd you get, Smooth?
That's a 6 for me.
Okay.
Amelia, please send me blessed dice fast.
And so yeah, you have all set up in the woods, in the forest there, and the riders are approaching. And they seem to have come to a slower canter than they were as they're approaching the tree line. And you watch as they enter now. And as they're passing you, I need everyone to give me a perception check to see how many of you pick up on something.
Perception.
Perception.
I do like
Does that include
perception.
me?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Okay. Mine is a 15.
As
Put me at 13.
Ooh, 19.
Very nice.
Actually, it's a natural 20, so +1. So
7.
12.
And Hiccup.
15 was my total.
Ruby, you got a 19, and no
It's
one
actually
else.
it's an unnatural 20. It's a 19 base and then +1.
Okay, and no one else got above. Okay, Ruby, from your position as you look them over, especially as someone from Cauldareen, you're very used to looking at all sorts of different setups of people's equipment and being able to discern things about them from that. It's part of your rogue training, as it were. And while they are all hooded and covered, they are now riding by at a slower pace. And that gave you a moment to sort of look at them. And while they have covered themselves and you couldn't discern their identity, you can tell by the tackle and the bridle on the horse and a quick glimpse at their boots. They're fairly well off. Those are no cheap items.
How new do they look?
They look in peak condition.
Like just bought.
If not, extremely well maintained, almost religiously,
Interesting.
and quite expensive. And they are moving past you now at a slower pace. And Terex, what was your perception check?
That was a solid 7.
Yes. You aren't able to pick up on that because you're too busy trying to keep an eye on the thing you can't see.
Yeah, and that's hard. Real hard.
Very hard.
On account of the invisibility.
How dare
And they pass you by. And they pass by the spot where you last saw Nuke sitting or standing. And they ride on by. And you see one of them look over their shoulder and keep riding. And Terex, give me one last perception check.
Come on, homie.
Hey,
Yes.
You do got this.
are they
You want me too.
vampires? I gotta know.
Are they vampires?
I literally
between
have
the sound
vampires written down here.
between the sound of the hoofbeats picking up and passing you by, you can hear something else. As they're getting away and going farther down the path, you now hear footsteps. It took a second to piece it through, but you hear someone running. But you see no one.
I see no one. Can I tell if the footsteps are running with the horses or
Yes.
running? Okay. I am gonna run after and hope my friends see me.
They has probably focused her attention on you from when they passed and then turned back. So
Murder in the Forest Express.
I don't want to lose them. They're on horses. You're gonna go.
Okay. Yeah. And so Terex just takes off after these riders. And the rest of you, what did you do, Ruby, when you saw that?
let's see. Can I see the rest of the party if I was to turn and look?
Yes, you are in a
Okay.
point where you could see all of your teammates because you're carefully kept an eye on all of them.
Okay. I'm gonna just take a hand and gesture them to move forward. Like let's move. Like let's go. And then when she acknowledges that they have acknowledged that order, she turns and runs after Terex herself.
We hustling.
All right,
You
let's
hustle.
book it.
Be going.
Okay.
Don't
We
stop.
hoofing it.
All
I'm
right.
still trying to
so-
move as stealthy as possible
these
when I'm following
fuckers-
Terex, but maintaining like a decent speed.
Okay.
These fuckers are
And
gonna
so-
just like shoot at me.
I
You
know.
are-
I'm
God,
just-
they're gonna think I'm a ne'er do well, up to no good.
I know. That's why I'm like, please just don't shoot Terex like out of the blue.
It's like a drow in a big hat, like running at you. Fast as fuck. Like,
With a fire tenacity running after him. We don't look suspicious at all.
It's
Play
fine,
some-
it's totally fine.
All that's needed is some yakety sax.
So
we're not there
Terex,
yet.
you are in pursuit, and you are chasing you are chasing after these riders, and they're going sort of just at a canter. Like if you were jogging next to the horses, you understood you could keep up with them. They're not burning their horses right now because they don't really have a reason to. They are just basically reserving their energy by riding horses. So you are able to keep up with them and keep kind of a determined distance from them.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to be stealthy because I know someone is invisible that could, I don't know, stab me or something. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you are chasing in pursuit, and your party is following, and it's getting deeper into the woods. And this goes on for about 5 minutes that you're jogging and keeping up this pursuit. And they're getting deeper and deeper. And then suddenly, one of the horses shakes its head and comes to a stop. And the others pass it by just a few steps. But this horse shakes its head and rears to the left and to the right now. And they're asking, you hear them sort of talking. You can't quite make all of it out, but you essentially see them gesturing to that rider, like, what's going on? And he's tugging on the horse's reins, but the horse is shaking its head and refusing to move. Roll a stealth check for me, Terex.
Mm-hmm. You
got one? Yeah.
These have all been different dice, by the way.
Crit.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Posture check.
Witchcraft.
25.
So they immediately start looking around the area, and they look back, and at the moment that you thought to step behind a tree, they look back in your direction and they're glancing around. And you watch as one of them just and then falls off of their horse with a gaping wound.
Rick.
And the other rider immediately reaches over and grabs the middle rider that has been riding in between the two of them the whole time, and grabs that rider and hoists them onto their horse and kicks his horse into high gear as it starts to take off. And you see Nuke come out of invisibility and draw a dagger back. Throw.
Nope. Nope.
I want to shoot up. I assume we have, I want to wait, like toward me or at the dude?
At the dude running.
I am booking it and I'm unsheathing my swords.
Woo, yeah.
Okay, so you are unsheathing your swords and making yourself known?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I need you to roll initiative.
Oh, Nani.
I swear, I feel like you guys are not gonna believe me.
You get another nat 20?
Can you see my hands? I will take a picture. I will send it to the group chat.
I'll
You can
trust
look at
you.
it.
So you've
No
got
one
a
would be
nat
that
20.
bold.
You get to respond first as Nuke drops out, pulls her dagger, and readies a throw. What do you do?
I'm gonna start swinging.
Okay, so you advance, and she doesn't see you coming, and you take a swing at her. Make an attack roll. Is that another one?
Yeah.
Is that another nat 20?
Okay.
The logistics right now, Amelia has summoned a voodoo doll and is draining all of Tear's good rolls.
Correct.
Yes.
That's 100%.
Amelia, deliver that crit.
Do it. Do
Oh
it. Do
my
it. Do it. Do it.
This is a once in a lifetime deal. Oh,
I'm dropping the dice.
Show 'em
Okay,
that.
so, I roll it twice because it's a crit.
Yep.
Yes.
That's 9 plus 3 is 12.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Showing that
12
Millie
damage.
rock.
Excellent. So you slash at Nuke. You slash at Nuke, and they take that hit, and they turn around and see you, and this face of shock is on this appearance of shock is on their face, and they have entered initiative. Now, the rest of the party, where are you at? Because
We've been trying to catch up.
you've been trying to catch up. Right now, all of you roll initiative.
Yes.
You got it.
Oh no. Yep,
Oh,
you
no.
definitely took all my luck. That's a 9 for Tear.
7 over here. Brutus. Yeah.
13.
We were the furthest back, you know.
13
It
for
tracks.
Ruby.
That will be a 19 for Hiccup.
Very nice.
Look at Hiccup go.
Yeah.
Hiccup's
Yeah.
just like, you're like, don't hurt protein.
Good eye.
It's like- It's like, don't pluck my nightshade.
Don't hurt protein. Don't pluck my nightshade. Just leave my friends alone.
Don't hurt my peeps.
Only I can eat my friends.
I need that on a t-shirt for Hiccup, please. Only I can eat my friend.
I feel like that's gonna get sold in the worst parts of the internet.
Yeah.
Specifically the credibilist
Okay.
cults.
This is why you're having bad luck moots. Because you're
It's
reminding us that
always
4
the
exists.
I meant like cannibals.
Oh. That's just a PS4.
Okay, so what happens? You have now drawn your weapons and slashed at Nuke. Nuke turns around and spins on you and looks you in the eyes and says, "Well, hello." And at that point, Terex, you get attacked, but not by Nuke.
Oh no.
Someone slashes at you. Does a 15 break your AC?
That's a great question. Yep, and it hits. It's my AC is 15, so.
Oh my god.
You take 5 slashing damage, and then you feel as it comes back up with a second swing for an additional 5.
I
But
don't
you do
really
not
care for
see
that.
your attacker.
Even after he hits?
You do not see him.
Oh no.
I
That's
do
too
not care for
spicy.
that.
Spicy.
Now, turn order puts us back, jumping right to Hiccup.
Heck.
Heck up.
Hiccup, you are approaching, and it is your move.
Okay. I would like to run on in there. Do I get to Nuke with my movement?
I would say that with the distance you had, it will cost you 1 turn's movement and dash to get into melee range, but you would get within 30 feet if you just ran.
Okay. Here's an idea. It's a stupid one. Well, no, it's not stupid. Well, I'm gonna run this by you first real quick. So my ray of frost is 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see Terex getting attacked from something invisible?
You see Terex definitely take some damage.
Is it possible to get into the range where my ray of frost gets to be like not too far? I don't want to hit Terex with my ray of frost, but I want to hit the area of where it could possibly come from to see if with the frost we can see the attacker.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Sweet. Oh, what do I do for that? I guess I roll. Okay. 20 plus 4. I I should have asked this first if I could do Tides of Chaos before I rolled.
Yeah, you can activate Tides of Chaos.
Sweet. I will roll again to see if higher.
All I'm asking is that
Okay.
you don't turn into a potted plant. Thank you.
I cannot make that promise, my friend. Okay, so with Tides of Chaos, my total to hit was a dirty 20.
Excellent.
Okay. I'm gonna
So
mark.
go ahead and you shot in a direction. You're hoping someone's there, and roll the damage that would happen if someone was there.
Okay. Let me just marking that I used Tides of Chaos. So the damage is 1d8 frost damage. Here the d8. Okay. 6. That's pretty good.
Okay. And is there anything else tacked on to Ray of Frost? Any ability modifiers or anything that happens to them when they take that?
No,
Okay. Is that a cantrip or a first level spell or what?
it's a cantrip.
Okay. Yeah. So it's usually just that. I think it's a Ray of Frost. No, it's something that slows them down as a different spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to see if they can get frosty so we can see them or see what hit them, hit Terex.
What I'll say to you, roll a perception check.
Okay. I can do that. 17.
So as you cast Ray of Frost, you see it outline a longsword for a split second, but it does not last.
Dang it. At least they got a little frosty. I guess I should roll on that wild magic surge table then.
Okay. And yeah, you are definitely rolling on that surge table. Hold on real quick. The chat says their speed drops by 10 feet. Double check if that's true.
Okay, because I'm looking at D&D Beyond and it doesn't tell me.
Array of Frost? The
Yeah.
cantrip? Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Let's see. Yeah, there it. I'm getting better at learning how this goes, folks. I'm sorry.
Okay, roll on that wild magic table.
Yes. There's the D100. There's the D10. You know what I should have grabbed? I should have grabbed my PHB because I did not pick that up.
That's
So
all right.
I rolled
I've
an
got it. Just tell me what the number is.
great. I rolled an 84. What happens to me?
So your whole party, they've been running with you, but you just used your movement to get up ahead. Each creature within 30 feet of you takes 1d10 necrotic damage. You regain hit points equal to the sum of that necrotic damage. So
Did I hit anybody?
yeah, you do.
Oh no.
Yes. So people behind you, your party,
Yeah.
is about to suffer this. So are the
Oh, no.
people in front of you.
Okay.
So pretty much everyone that you can see is within range of this based on how you guys got here. So everyone takes 1d10. Please roll a d10 for me,
Okay.
Grim.
I am sorry to my friend.
Murder.
Don't judge me. 3.
So all of you take 3 necrotic damage. And Grim, you've not taken any damage, have you?
No, I haven't.
It does not say you regain temporary hit points, so you just kind of feel a surge of energy well up towards you, but you don't technically take any extra.
I think what happens is as he's running and shooting the ray of frost out of his mouth, right as that stream of frost ends, he goes, and then the burst of necrotic energy just shoots out from his body.
Yeah, and injures everybody. Now, as you did cast, oh no, it was a cantrip, so that doesn't spark your ticker to climb. Does that end your turn?
I believe so, yes. I
Okay.
don't really have a bonus action I can do, right, that I know of, so.
Okay, then, with that in mind, we are going to see. Does a 14 hit you, Hiccup?
It does, but I'd like to cast shield as my reaction to increase my AC to 19.
Okay.
Let's
Now-
go.
Hold on just one second.
Okay.
I just need to know.
Oh, is shield against something that you can see?
Oh, that's a good question, actually.
It is a reaction. It is on self. I am trying to judge real quick if you can cast shield. Chat, if you can help me out with this, that would be awesome. But yes, shield. Can you cast it if you cannot see the attacker?
I believe you could just cast it. Correct?
Yeah. Okay.
And if it's
Yeah, it doesn't say that you have to see them. So yes,
Hell
I'm gonna
yeah.
say yes, you can cast that. And as you
Sweet.
cast shield, you get a sort of just wave of energy that sort of hits into you in a line. You can tell that a sword has come into contact with you.
Yeah.
He fe-
And
he hears the sword bounce off of the shield and he just goes, "Ah!" It is a level 1 spell, so I do need to roll on the table, or not roll on the table, roll to see if I surge.
yes, so roll and see if you
Oh
surge.
no.
I rolled a
You were
3,
so
so
close to not having
no.
No, but so close.
So close. I'll go ahead and update the ticker.
And that is going to move us from there onto
Watch it be like all 5 invisible monsters now.
so now what happens up next is I need Hiccup and Terex. Yeah, Hiccup and Terex. I need you two to make a wisdom saving throw.
Heck.
You know, I'd rather not.
How about
Okay.
no? Okay, 1 second. A wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving
Oh.
throw.
You got it. 1 sec.
Yeah, that's an 8. So
Oh no!
there go my nat 20s. It's
What'd you
fine.
get,
I'll just
Hiccup?
die here.
I rolled a 3.
Hiccup.
He's got going on. He's a little overwhelmed right now.
Suddenly, Terex and Hiccup relax. And
Is this-
you feel you are among friends.
Is this a charm?
It is.
Oh, well, then I get to roll at advantage.
Go ahead.
because of Things.
Come
That
on,
is
homie.
worse.
Oh.
You relax and you feel you are amongst friends.
Oh.
As someone steps out and you hear a voice. Now, what's with all this fighting? And Senek has charmed the two of you.
I don't know.
And-
Why do we have to fight about anything? Is that really necessary?
Ruby, it is your turn.
Lovely. Can I see the individual when he steps out, or are they invisible as well?
You can see Senek step out.
Okay. Fantastic. How far am I from him? Or them?
If you've just joined, you are 60 feet from basically all of you who are just getting initiative are a movement and a dash away from melee. You are
Okay.
30 feet or whatever your casting range is, but you're 60 feet from pretty much the heart of it. And Hiccup is 30 feet in between you guys to get up and cast.
Okay. As soon as I see him step out, I'm going to step from my position in my hiding spot into view of him and cast magic missile. It is a
Okay.
range of 120 feet. So let me roll. I have 3. So let me roll to see if any of these hit. The first one does not, because that is a 4.
Oh, no. Magic Missile's auto hit.
Oh, is
Just
oh that's right, it
damage.
is. Oh, that's right, it is. Thank you.
Yep. So just
Thank you for
smack
reminding me. Oh, you're
him with that damage.
Let's see here. So 4, 3, 3. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage.
Okay. So you send magic missile firing out for 10 damage. And Senek needs to make a concentration check. See
Fail.
if they can hold on to. Actually, sorry, hold on. Let me double check. Is con concentration? Is charm?
Yes.
It is.
I believe it is con.
Casting time is 1 action. Duration is 1 hour.
Does it have the concentration tag on it?
Nope.
Oh.
Wait, what spell is it?
Charm person.
Oh yeah, I think we might just be.
Let me
We have to.
double check that.
I
Real
was gonna
quick.
say,
Hold on.
Technically, Hiccup, you should have advantage because they are fighting you. Sorry for that. Go ahead
Oh.
and re-roll your wisdom save one more time.
let's see if I get more than a 3.
Here's to
A
hoping.
9 is higher than a 3, but I bet that didn't make it either.
Yeah, what's your wisdom?
+0.
All right, so nope, didn't make it, but now we're fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are. You are charmed, and they do not have a concentration tag on them, so they don't need to. They just take the damage.
Yeah, let's see.
I
Yeah,
assume
'cause
it's one
they-
of those roll at the end of your turn to see if you're still charmed kind of deal.
It's you attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw, and it does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. If it fails the saving throw, it is charmed by you until this spell ends, or until you or your companions do something harmful to it. A charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you. I don't know what level you're casting, but it says at higher levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 2nd or higher, you can target an additional creature for each spell slot above the first. The creature must be within 30 feet of each other when you target them.
So
But I don't see
it got 2 of you, and there is nothing that states about that. So you are charmed, and you have just shot magic missile. Now it goes from Ruby on to Tear. Ruby, are you doing anything else? You cast magic missile, is that it?
I cast magic missile. I believe that's all I'm doing. I'm going to move up 30 feet.
Okay.
So I'll
So now-
kind of step from the where I'm hiding, cast magic missile, and use my action or use my movement.
Okay. And now we're on to Tear.
I am going to move a little closer, and I'm going to get within 30 feet of our friends, and I'm going to take out a small ball from my pocket, and as people look onto it, they'll see a glass sphere, and I'll raise it up to the light, to whatever light is falling in from the forest, and hope that it hits it right. And as it does, bright light will leave the sphere as I cast Guiding Bolt at the one person I currently see. So please.
So you see
Oh, I thought-
you see Senek step out,
yes.
and you see Nuke, who is on the other
Oh.
side of Terex.
I'm gonna go ahead with Senek. That is going to hit.
Okay,
try
so
to hit at
guiding
least.
bolt.
Yes, indeed. So hopefully that hits, because this is going to be, come on, hit me with that good stuff. That is not good at all. I hate this. Thank you, D&D Beyond, for 9.
That does not hit.
Oh.
Okay. That is my action. And for my bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take back the sphere that I was holding and hold it this time with both of my hands. And as I concentrate on it, I'm going to start shining a little brighter. And bit by bit, in the next moment, I am going to burst into a form of light, and as I do, the light will start dimming a moment afterwards as well, and the constellations on my skin will have changed as I use my starry form into specifically the archer form, the archer constellation.
Okay.
And that doesn't do anything for this turn. It's just for later on, so I'll be able to do some attacks and hits later on.
Excellent.
That's my turn.
And okay, and that ends your turn. And that brings us to Brutus.
Okay.
Brutus, you are the last one into initiative, and in part because something kind of kicked in, and you feel a pressure in your mind, and your eyes, you recognize this pressure as someone asking to access your vision.
Yeah, if he wants to watch the shit show, he's welcome to tune in.
And suddenly your vision changes, and you see a faint glow wash over everything, and you see everything in a little bit of a different color.
Ooh.
And your eyes lock on the outline of a Goliath standing in front of Hiccup, as your
He
eyesight
Lizard?
seems to be able to see him.
Oh, that's dope. But Brutus just in her head is more just like, that's great. She is going to draw her sword, come up 30 feet, and it's just gonna go. I wasn't looking for this to turn into a fight, but if that's how it goes, so be it. And I am going to activate my dreadful aspect. Her eyes go like that molten white, like her sword goes when she's activating a smite, and from her scar, that also glows like that white orange and spreads across her face, all veiny. And each creature of my choice that can see me, I don't even actually have to be able to see them, within 30 feet, which I think I should be within range of all of our...
If you moved 30
enemies
feet up,
here.
you are
Yeah.
next to that dude. And yes, who are you also trying to trigger?
All of these guys who we're fighting against. Everybody.
Okay. So your position there, let me just check one thing, and I'll tell you if Cynic is in range.
Yeah, no worries.
Yes. Yes,
Cool.
he is.
Okay, so on each of the three who are here, they have to make a wisdom saving throw. The DC is 14. On a failure, they are frightened of me for 1 minute.
All right. They need to make you said a wisdom save?
A wisdom save. And her hand is like shaking while she's holding the sword, but she
Aw.
looks real scary.
Oh, buddy.
Okay. One of them fails it. What about a 15?
No, DC's 14. That would make it.
Okay. And all right. So the one invisible, as you talk to him directly and say that,
Just
is
look
caught
over.
the fuck off guard and is terrified. Because you say, I can see you. You know, basically by talking.
With my eyes.
Yeah.
Just like,
And
think
that
you're hiding?
throws off Senek as well, who is frightened. But Nuke, currently in battle and there right next to Terex, is not thrown off.
Cool.
So on their turn, they have to run, correct? Or they just cannot move closer to you.
They just can't move closer to me, and I think, if I recall correctly, frightened condition gives you disadvantage on attacks while the thing you're frightened of is within your line of sight. They can attempt another saving throw if they move more than 30 feet away from me, but not as long as they're within that radius.
Okay. And so, while they are there, is that the end of your turn?
Yes. Yeah, that's, you know what? No, I'm also going to use my bonus action to prep a smite.
Okay. Which
Oh,
one?
yeah.
I'm gonna do, I don't want to hold things up too much. I hadn't picked which one yet.
Okay, cool. So we'll just say you prepped a smite and we'll move
yeah,
forward.
I'll put it in our chat so folks can see it. I just gotta look at it real quick.
And recognizing the problem here, you watch as Nuke dips down and bolts past Terex, who is now friendly to them, and slips around Terex and makes a beeline for you.
Valid.
And she reaches out and grabs your collar and says, "Let's make it even," and pushes you back. You don't fall or anything, but as she does, she casts invisibility on you.
Oh, interesting.
And now
That
her teammates cannot see the source of their fear.
Do I get a save or anything against that since I'm an unwilling target?
Invisibility is you touch a creature.
Okay. No worries. I just thought I'd
And
check.
so you are now invisible until you attack or cast, so that you'll have advantage on things like that.
Oh, cool.
But you were just pressed and turned invisible. And then
real
she
cool.
draws 2 daggers and marking where she's got your position, readies to attack. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Yeah.
Guys,
Oh
we're
my
on great.
gosh.
Yeah.
We're off to a
doing
great start.
Yeah, damn.
Is Terex gonna die? Maybe. Is she gonna fall unconscious? Almost guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Now,
That
don't worry.
blood
The show's
hunter
not over
life.
for tonight. We're at 60 viewers. We've got a break. We just take a 10-minute break here for everyone to get some water, take a pee break if they need, grab a snack so nobody's like blood sugar crashes. And that also means,
Yeah, right.
don't worry, Cleric, we are back in 10 minutes. It's going to be awesome. We're also trying to get to 80 viewers. If at 80 viewers at any one point happens tonight, make sure you screenshot it or something, because that means the cast, mainly Terex, who has said so, but several others are going to do it, have to come back in full cosplay in 2 weeks. So right now is a great time to get ready to post that, hey, we're about to drop back in. We'll post about it when we come back from break. That way people don't come out of break and then feel like, oh, I got to leave. So yeah, we're about to go on break for about 10 minutes. And this is a good time for all of you to refresh. Now you can also hit the concession stand by going to foundfamiliar.com/lark podcast and go get some coffee. If you guys like coffee, go ahead and order yourself some using that code, and you get 10% off your first order, and we get some of the proceeds in order to help fund what we do. So it goes towards things like artwork and being able to do also other things that we want to grow. Check out our website and our Twitter. Make sure to follow us and come join our Discord. It is an 18+ Discord, but we put the Discord link there. We will be back in 10 minutes. See y'all real soon.
soon.
And we are back from the break.
Hey.
Welcome back, players. How you doing?
Great.
Fantastic.
So
Feeling
excited for
great.
what's happening. I
Some
think it's
of
going
us-
to be
Chat,
great.
make some noise.
Better
Make some
than
noise,
others.
chat.
So where's your lovely chat?
Yeah, chat. Hit us with how many people do you usually have? It's the last. Okay, so this show has a pretty good about this number. We're trying to get it back up. We're trying to get it up to 80. So right now we're gonna have the link again dropped in. Thank you. I saw that Maya Elk earlier dropped the link somewhere. But if anyone else would drop it, that would be awesome. The Twitch .tv/Lark Network link. Take that link that we just blew up in the chat, throw that on Twitter or your Facebook or something, and just tell people to come join us, or in a Discord if you can. And we're trying to get up to 80 viewers at just one moment. We got 20 to go right now, and we will see this whole crew pretty much in cosplay next show. Thanks for that. Cheers.
Make it happen.
Yeah, honestly, if we got rated right now, it would probably fucking nail it.
I was gonna say if we get rated,
Because we've been chilling at about 60 most of the night, like between 55 and 60. So one good raid and it's a Dunsky.
You're right though.
And yeah, you can get a yeah.
Oh yeah.
No.
Or actually, it's like so. It's like
Ah, Shotgun Peanut, thanks for showing up
yeah.
from someone's Discord just now. Yeah, see, the links work. They said they
Hey.
just got here from someone's Discord who sent
Sweet.
the link.
Welcome.
Welcome in.
Welcome.
So our players are in the middle of combat, but first, I just want to give you all some quick notes, a quick reminder. Remember that all behind the scenes work here at the Cauldareen Chronicles is produced by Sunset Brews of Torpid Gaming Network. Give them a follow over at twitch.tv/Torpid Network. That's TORPID Network. You can see them up on the screen. They stream tabletop RPGs on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and a variety of other games throughout the week. You can check them out and follow them, but also give Sunset Brews a follow themselves on TikTok because they're super fun. That's at Sunsets Brew. So at Sunsets Brew. Now, real quick, I'm going to give the players a chance to shout themselves out as to who they are and maybe something they've got going on. And then we're going to dive back into the other half of this episode. So let's start off with Brutus. So Myri, introduce yourself real quick and where they can follow you.
hi, I'm Myri, playing Brutus, Human Paladin, Oathbreaker, now actually revealed. I'm Myri Chanel on TikTok. I haven't made stuff in a while. I probably will again at some point. But I'm also a player in Wild Park, which is another live play podcast, teenagers stuck in a fantasy world based off a theme park. And I'm also going to be showing up in Tabling the Podcast, which is a Shakespeare podcast with professional Shakespearean actors who read through and break down whole ass Shakespeare plays. It's going to be out in February, I think. I'm in Richard. It's very cool.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's my stuff.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. Hey, y'all, we're at 68. We are 12 away from getting that number. So Moose, hit us up.
Why, yes. Hello there. My name is Mustafa. Name so nice, you gotta say it twice. And I am the super goat on the internet. You can find me on TikTok doing nerdy shit as well as Twitter. And you can find me doing all the amazing things here at Lark Network with the other wonderful heads of the network as well. I do Super Splash of Color, so you can come by on Saturdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Central, and it's a hoot and a half. Yeah.
Excellent. And then Hiccup.
Hi, I'm Grim Songbird. You can find me on Songbird the Bard on TikTok, also Grimpunk Graham on Instagram. I also have my own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Grim Songbird, that I'm trying to get up and running because Wi-Fi issues. But with the grand blessing of Ivy, I will actually get to run my new program this Saturday called The Drawing Board, starting at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. And in our next episode this Saturday, I will have Giggle Girl Productions join me as a guest collaborator, and we're going to homebrew a world for a future campaign that I want to run.
Awesome. Be sure to check that out, everybody. Terex.
Hey, you can find me everywhere at Amelia Som, mostly on TikTok, but I'm also on Twitter. I, in addition to this, do produce the Tuesday show called Atypical Table, where it's a rotating cast of stories and members each week. And you can catch it next Tuesday, halfway through the Archetypes with Attitudes arc. I also play in a podcast called Guild Fellows, where we're currently playing 7th Sea.
All right.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Ruby.
Hi, I'm Ivy, Gamer the Girl on TikTok, Instagram, anywhere else you might find me. In addition to playing here every other Wednesday, every Monday, you can catch me on the Dice Cream channel where I play as Feral, a Circle of the Moon druid, where we have all of our drama every week. And then on Fridays, every other Fridays, I actually DM on my own channel, which is Gamer the Girl here on Twitch. Additionally to that, you can find me in my Discord where we help people learn to DM and teach how to play D&D. So if that's something you're interested in, the link tree is in my TikTok bio.
All right. And so our party has just gotten into combat, and we are about to deal with some stuff. So make sure you follow all these folks, check out all the cool stuff they do, and beyond that, let's get back into the battle.
Woof.
So we had just finished one round of combat, and Nuke has just taken her move, and it will go back up to the top to Terex, who is currently charmed.
Yeah.
So with this real quick, I need to double check. Companions are fighting it. If it fails, it'll charm at the end of spell or until your companions do anything to harm it. Creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. I'm gonna need to figure this out. So right now, you are currently under the impression that the people hurting Senec are perhaps enemies. So your team 10 is now enemies, and you regard them as a friendly acquaintance. I need you to make let's call it a wisdom. No, this would be an insight check, or
I'm so good at insight. That's a 19.
okay. So I'm going to allow you to not take an action this turn. If you get below a 10, you will fight your team.
Okay.
So you rolled a 19 and were able to go, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't get involved. But you are
Yeah.
choosing not to attack the enemies.
Like a lot of work.
Yes.
I'm feeling like shit. Can I take a
Go.
bonus action though?
Bonus action, yes. So long as
Okay.
it doesn't attack any of your new friends.
No, I won't. I don't want to hurt my new friends. I do want to heal myself a little bit. Just
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to scotch. That is, I'm using my blood maledict.
Okay.
And my celestial right. So I just grab the part of my body where I've been stabbed a couple times, and I'm just gonna sort of lay my hand over it and mutter some words in Sylvan. As the wound heals just a little bit, the blood clots a little quicker. And I'm just going to get my bearings and take a whopping 3 HP.
Woo.
So you
Hey,
really-
every bit counts. I play D&D enough to
Mhm.
know that every bit
Every
counts.
bit.
it does.
It does. It
All
really
right.
does.
100%.
So you heal yourself up. Is there anything else you're doing?
I'll just probably stay there.
Okay.
Don't really want to run into the crossfire.
I will allow you to use your action as well, so long as it's not in an attack. So if you wanted to, I don't know if that cost you, that was just a bonus action. So you do have an action, and I'll say movement too, but you cannot attack your new friends, but you don't have to attack your old friends.
Yeah, I'll just take the dodge action. Can't hurt.
Excellent. Cool.
And I'll probably look to Senec and,
What the fuck's going
what I
on?
do. Yeah, what I do, good friend of mine.
Excellent. Hey, thanks so much for that follow. Easy and Cowboy, thank you.
Hey.
So
You
I gotta
know-
do something about being able to see on this monitor. For some reason, it's hard to read those on that monitor.
And I do have in my notes that I wrote that Senec is a really good tipper. So, he probably just is a stand-up guy.
Yeah, definitely feels like it.
Yeah,
let's
that's
take this.
just the friends.
Hiccup, same thing. I need you to roll an insight to kind of like discern where you
Oh.
feel with this. 10 and under, and you're gonna opt to defend your new friends.
Oh no. Okay, I'm a roll now.
It was a little song.
Hey, Necropath, it is not Melee Ball. That's on Mondays, but this is still an awesome real play podcast. So welcome in and come hang out.
I rolled a 12 on my insight.
All right, so you do not have to attack your old friends.
Great.
But you may use your action and your bonus action to do anything that benefits you or Senec's group.
I'm gonna also take the dodge action because I can't really do much. So yeah, I will just have my main action be the dodge action, thinking back as he's watching the chaos going on around him, like, he was just making sure his old friend was okay the other night.
Excellent.
Just,
And are you doing any bonus actions or anything else?
I know. I
All
don't
right.
have much for bonus actions.
And so now recognizing that you can see them, you are being it is the Goliath's turn, and you are invisible to them.
Yep.
And so they look around and they lock on to Ruby, and they are going to advance at Ruby.
Oh, no.
And
Let's go.
So Ruby, you are being attacked. You cannot see them, but you are being attacked by. Whoop, roll that die. Either an 18 or a 17. So does an 18 hit?
I was going to cast shield, but either way, they'd both hit. So yes, it does.
All right. So that 18 lands, and they deal 10 with a swing, but then they follow it up with their Sword College extra.
Oh,
and they are going to add a d6 to that
Oh God.
for 2. So a total of that is a total of 12. And there is no one else next to you. So the one that they did was the defensive flourish, which slashes you for the extra 2. And then until the end of their start of their next turn, they've added that amount to their AC.
Okay.
So they have raised their AC by slashing at you defensively.
Okay.
But
sense.
they are invisible anyways. So you have disadvantage
Correct.
if you can't see them. And that ends their turn, bumps us right on over to Senec. And Senec now, looking around, is going to advance at Ruby as well. Hasguin, thank you for that follow. Because the other two are incapacitated by the charm, you are the closest one to
Yes.
Senec, and he can't see Brutus. So Senec is advancing at you and is going to slash at you with that good old rapier.
Okay. As he slashes this time, I will shield.
Well, he slashes only for a 10. So
That's fine. I'm gonna shield anyways, just to have it up.
Okay, so yeah, he uses his action to slash at you, and he misses. And I don't believe there is anything else that he can add to that. So no,
If he just
that is-
misses, I'll wait to use that shield.
yeah, I was gonna say you don't need
I'll
to unless it
just wait.
hits.
Yeah.
So yeah, he slashes and he misses. And that ends his turn as he's moved up to you and slashes. Now it is Ruby, your response.
Great. He's just right in front of me, correct?
He's right. Yeah, he's in your face.
Okay, so I could
And-
reach out and grab him.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. Yeah, I'm going to reach out and grab for his throat and use Burning Hands.
Okay.
He has to make a dex save of 12 or take half damage.
All right. Dex save coming up. He is a bard, so he's got some added. That's a 22.
Okay, that's fine. Let me see. He takes 6 damage because I got 12 damage, but he takes half. So 6.
Okay. All
That's
right,
fine. I still reach out and grab her the throat and just burn.
cool. And you leave a burning handprint around as he swats it down.
She kind of
And-
laughs. Something to remember me by.
Oh.
And is that the end of your turn?
Double check. I believe so. Oh, actually, I don't know if I can retcon this yet. I do have sneak attack,
Okay.
so that would have added an extra 2d6 if I had used it. But I don't know if you want to wait until my next action, like my next round of combat, since I forgot about it.
Yeah, we'll wait till the next
Okay.
because
I just wanted
that
to make sure.
because this was an attack. This wasn't an attack roll.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's the end
that.
of my turn.
All right, Tear, you're up.
Okay, I am going to run towards Terex, and as I do, I'm going to say, "Don't sink, friend," and I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Healing Word.
Okay. At Terex.
And yes, at Terex, and that will be, let's see, 6 points of healing, and that's nice because as I run towards them, I'm going to pull my arm back, and my relatively weak arm, I'm going to just kind of punch him on the shoulder.
Okay, and you're gonna punch who?
Terex.
Okay.
So that's going to be I'm going to try and use my action for an unarmed strike on Terex.
Okay.
Pull yourself together.
Yeah.
All I can think of. Pull yourself together, man.
That's a 5 to hit.
You like punch me, and I just look at you.
Oh,
All right. So yeah, you heal them, and then you just kind of punch them, and they're like, "I'm getting mixed signals here."
And yeah.
Okay, is that
That's
it?
me. Yep, that's my turn.
All right, Brutus, you are invisible. You can see both the invisible person, and Senec is now within probably melee range at this point as well.
Okay, so Senec,
Actually, sorry, Senec is down next to Ruby, and so is that Goliath, but you can see them both as they are both there.
fantastic. And the new is right in front of me, right?
Nuke is right in front of you, because that's she's the one who cast that.
She was citing me earlier. Okay, so I'm going to shift around her, not leaving her melee range, so I'm not like, so no opportunity stuff. I'm going to shift around behind her so she doesn't know where I am anymore. I'm going to go ahead and take my sword swing at her.
Okay.
With advantage, correct?
Yes,
'Cause I'm
because you're
invisible?
invisible. She doesn't know where you're at.
Awesome. I have to do math, but it's like a 16 plus my stuff.
That'll hit.
Cool. So that is gonna set off the Thunder Smite that I put in the chat there,
Excellent.
and also my regular attack.
I
So
can
deal
love Thunder
damage.
Smite.
Yep. Okay. Regular attack. Reroll the 1 because great weapon. Rolled a 1 again on the damage, so it doesn't matter. And I think I'm also gonna go ahead and add a Divine Smite on top of this. Because these people seem tough and they're kind of fucking us up a little bit. So I'm gonna add another little bit on top of that. Okay, I apologize in advance for I'm very slow math. I'm gonna do it with my fingers.
I felt that in my
That's
heart.
A-okay, I get that.
We play D&D. We're not mathematicians.
No.
I need to calculate.
That is 25 damage.
Girl.
Excellent.
And then,
Heck yes.
Bruce is coming in hot.
yeah,
Brutus.
I don't know what's going on, but I trust my friends and assume that, she was fighting them for a good reason before she's apparently friends with them now. And then I'm going to use my bonus action, because I haven't actually cast a spell yet, this turn to cast Compelled Duel on the Goliath.
Cool. So as you slack with that thunderous crack from that smite, much like your teammates saw happen in the training exercise when you hacked that dummy in half, you watch as you appear out of thin air, invisibility dropping now that you've attacked, and that thunderous crack draws everyone's attention as Nuke drops to the ground.
Ooh, already? Dang. All right, Brutus is distressed, but I'll deal with that later.
That'll do.
And you have done compelled duel on the Goliath. And what does he need to do?
So Wisdom save, DC is 14 again. And,
That is a nat 20.
dang. Well, wasted
Oh.
spell. That is okay. It was a cool thought.
It was
Because
really
he
cool.
couldn't move. He couldn't move further or closer to me.
Yeah. that would be a good loop.
So
Excellent.
that's it for me. Thank you all for your patience.
And so Brutus, ending their turn, brings us to Nuke, who is about to make their first little thing here. Yeah. And Nuke is bleeding out on the ground.
Nuke, no. We don't want murder.
I legitimately didn't think that would happen yet.
And
My
so,
apologies.
Nuke is down. Terex, it is back up to you. I need you to roll that insight check again. But I need you to do it at disadvantage because one of your new friends has just been killed.
That's a 7 at disadvantage.
Please take some hostile action towards someone on the opposing team.
No. Oh no.
Who's near me?
No.
It doesn't even have to be hostile, but you have to come to the aid of Senek, the dying Nuke, or you can't see the invisible Goliath. So you've got to come to the aid of someone who is near you. They have all sort of left your area. So Ter is right next to you because he came up to try and wake you up. And then Nuke is down right in front of Brutus, and they're about 15 feet from you. And then about 15 feet from them is Ruby and Senek, and then Hiccup is standing off to the side. So your choice. Tara's right up on you, and then you have pretty much groups of 2.
I will go up near my good pal Senek, probably,
Okay.
and help him out.
All right, you're gonna come to Senek's aid. Directly in front of Senek is Ruby.
Who literally has a grip on this man's throat.
Yeah, who just had a grip and is burning him.
Yeah, we can't have that. I can't do anything for Nuke, so
Okay.
that's a 24 to hit with my short sword.
Yeah, I mean that hits. Like correct.
That's 7 damage.
Okay, great. Cool.
And that's my action. So I still have a bonus action.
I would just like you to know that I'm down to 2 hit points.
Oh, well, maybe I won't murder you.
I don't want
Well,
that
you
yet.
as a character are trying to come to their aid.
I would not say, however.
However, comma. Okay, let me. how
Cool.
does-
Oh my God, we're at 73. We are so close right now, people. Viewers, and we will have to come and cosplay. They will do it.
We will do it. I have the
Kidnap
body
your
paint.
family.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I
literally
can
get 7
watch.
friends. Anyway, we're so close. Keep going. What do
Okay,
you do
so
with that bonus
I-
action?
Yeah, so I take my one sword as they're both out, and I just slash it across your back.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna go for a little stab.
A little stab. Just a little
stab.
It's like a treat.
It's a natural 2. A 7 won't hit you.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
So that
Great.
misses.
Woo.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I use my movement and all my stuff. Terex, just her eyes look dead. I mean, her eyes
Okay.
always look dead, but now the anger is forced at you.
Extra dead.
Hiccup, same insight check with
Oh, no.
disadvantage because they have dropped one of your friendlies.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no. I rolled a 16 and I rolled a 12.
You save. And so you do not have to take anything directly to come to their aid, but you are not allowed to attack them or come to the aid of your old friends. So you have an action and a bonus action. What would Hiccup do with them?
I'm just gonna take the well. Grim is struck with confusion. This is
Same, Grim, same.
They're confusion.
Technically, you see two groups of friends and someone is bleeding out and they're fighting. But yeah.
I would like to hold an action.
What is said action?
The said action is to grapple somebody. And the trigger is the next new friend who drops. I grapple the person who made them fall.
Okay. So you're going
That
to
is-
run and try to grapple the person who drops one of your new friends. Okay.
Yes, that is what I am going to do.
Okay. Then that is what we'll be, that's what we'll be looking for. Any bonus action?
Nope. I only have one bonus action. That's a thing, and there's no reason to use it.
Okay. So with his back turned, the Goliath is now taking their turn, and they're still at Ruby, but technically Brutus is visible now.
Yes.
So their advantage attack of being invisible is cut down to a regular swing because they are afraid of Brutus, who just dropped their teammate. So this is just a single roll coming off of this Goliath, and is going to swing once at you. And that is a 12 to, hold on. Double check. Yeah, that's a 12 to hit. Does that hit, Ruby? You're muted. Oh,
Sorry,
No.
14. So no.
all right. It does not hit. Excellent. And so swings at you and is afraid. And so you feel something press against you or kind of whiz past you, but does not, in fact, hit you. Except that hydrate check.
Ah.
Thank you for that, chat. All right, we hit 74. We got 6 to go, people. 6. Come on.
Close.
Let's
let's
get
keep
Corso to
rolling.
cosplay Jarvis.
And guys, remember, if we get to 1,000, I get Eric's name tattooed on my hat.
So that is
Just
going
want to put the
to
stretch goal in there.
end their turn. It's going to turn it to Senek. And Senek is going to... Senek is casting... Ruby, you're holding a weapon, right?
Yes, as a matter of fact, Corsa, I am holding a weapon.
Cool. And what kind of armor do you wear? It's leather?
Let me double check that for you. I believe that's correct.
I don't like where these questions are
I
going.
also,
I know,
yes,
yeah.
I am wearing leather. That is correct.
Cool.
However,
Well, that...
Ruby's got her arm blade. So,
Yeah, that arm blade just heats up
mhm.
as Senek casts heat metal, and you cannot do anything about it. And you're going to take 2d8 for 10 fire damage.
Awesome.
But it's
It's
halved,
gonna-
right?
It's
Now
going
it's
to
halved
get me.
because you are fire, but it is still
It's
5.
I'm still at 2 HP, so I am downed.
And Senek has used heat metal to drop you, and
Awesome.
spins
Yeah.
around now and looks at Tear and Brutus and is trying to decide what to do, and calls out to their teammate and says, Leon, get us out of here, and has cast a bardic inspiration. And then it is Ruby's turn. Ruby, need you to make that death save.
Yeah, my pleasure.
no.
That's a 14.
Oh, thank God.
14.
So that's one save.
All right, so you got one save. Excellent.
One save.
And that ends your turn. That brings us from Ruby to Tear.
Okay. For my bonus action, I'm going to turn over to Cynics, and I'm going to pull my hand back and push it towards him as light leaves my hand. As you can see, the stars on my arm, they seem to be drawing or pulling a bow, an arrow, and as it pulls back, I let it loose, and a light leaves my hand as I use my bonus action to do a ranged attack with my starry form, and that will be a. Okay, that's not too bad. A 13 plus 6. That is a 19 to hit.
At Senek.
Yes.
All right, because he's the one you can see. Go ahead, and a 19 will hit.
Nice. Okay, so that'll be a D8 plus 4 damage. Oh, snap. Thank you, D&D Beyond, for full damage. 12 points of radiant damage.
Yes.
Let's go.
12 points to Senek.
Yes.
All right. And 12 points hit Senek. And Senek drops, triggering Hiccup's held action. Hiccup, I need you to go grapple with a grapple check. I need you to try and grapple Moose. So that's going to be your athletics versus Moose athletics or dexterity. Your choice.
Okay,
Moose.
I will do athletics.
All right.
will
So Hiccup,
also
make an
do-
athletics check right now.
Okay. I hope
Mine is
I
a
screw this
16
up.
plus 3 for 19.
Sweet. I rolled an 8 plus 3, so that's an 11. So good. I'm glad.
All right. So you attempted to grapple, and Tear moved out of the way. Just kind of, well, actually, athletics pushed you aside and didn't allow it. Okay. So you have just dropped. You've dropped Cynic with your spell there. What else are you doing?
So
Tear?
that was my
or
bonus
anything?
action.
Oh, that was your bonus?
That was my bonus action, yes. So my starry form allows me to do that as my bonus action. I am going to use my movement to run over to the fallen Ruby and use my action to cast Cure Wounds on her.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
And I'm going to go ahead and do that at a second level. So that will be 2d8 plus 4. Come on, D&D Beyond. That is
let's go.
amazing for an 18 points of healing.
Excellent.
Let's go.
We are literally at 79
Let's
viewers
go.
right now.
Oh, close.
We are one away, people. Jesus.
Okay, so you said 18.
Yes.
Yes, 18 points of healing to you, Ruby.
Fabulous. Okay.
Hell yeah.
And that is my turn.
Okay. 18 points of healing going right off to
I'm up.
going right off to you. Excellent job. What a very good use of that. Now we are going to need to see after Tear is Brutus. What are you doing?
Okay, I'm going to move forward, take the claymore, and try to bring it up for a big slash across the Goliath. I am gonna try to do non-lethal. I'm aiming for debilitating pain, not death. That's the goal.
Okay. So you're aiming at the Goliath that you can see.
At the Goliath, and I am also going to I'm going to use my Great Weapon Master deal, which is all the way at the bottom of my character sheet. So I take a -5 penalty to the attack, but I add +10 to the attack's damage.
No, you hit 81! Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. I just screenshot that as fast as I could.
Good.
Big count. I will be purple 2 weeks from now.
I'll be red.
It's purple time.
I'll
Yeah.
be
Purple time.
I will be pumpkin palette.
Yes, y'all hit a hype train if you can. Just go nuts. That's awesome. I'm stoked.
I gotta get a new wig.
Yeah, y'all got to get away. Okay, so Brutus, please reiterate what you're saying you're doing.
Oh, I'm gonna use my Great Weapon Master feature where I take a -5 penalty to the attack roll, but I add a +10 to the attack's damage if I hit.
Yes, go right ahead. Thank you
Okay.
for that there, KTO. You nat 20?
I did.
Yes!
Yes.
I don't know if that counts though, because technically it is like -5 to my hit, which would still make it a 20.
No, it's a nat 20. It's
Okay.
fine.
Cool. All right, let's.
That's a crit.
Let's do this.
So you are going to roll double the dice, and then you're going to add that 10 on.
Awesome. 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 And then I get to re-roll my 1 there. Cool. The 21 plus the 10 is 30.
31?
Just 30.
You said
I
21.
think. Oh, I just. You're so right. Yeah. No,
Yep.
it's 21.
All
21.
right, so
I can math.
31 damage you're dealing, but we are going to activate some Stone's Endurance,
Ooh, yeah.
That punk.
reducing that by 10.
Okay.
So it
That's
goes
true.
back to 21 damage,
Still a good use.
which is enough to put him down.
Yes.
Oh, thank
One
God.
hit KO.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Ah,
Boom.
ah.
And you have now knocked them down, and they are all suffering from certainly fatal wounds.
I am going to go ahead and start stabilizing them.
Me,
if I
the
can.
charm fade.
Too. I have lay on hands.
Well, I'm not going
You
to
know what?
be healing them. I'm going to try and stabilize them at 0 if possible.
Oh, I'll let you do that first, and then if they're dying, I'll
So
hop in.
the duration is 1 hour.
Charm, I believe, ends with they're downed.
Okay.
I believe.
Otherwise, we gotta knock out our friends.
Please
Don't make me
no.
do it, y'all.
Like, please
Until
no.
the spell ends.
Curtis is already having a panic attack right now, just like hyperventilating.
Now, I don't know.
So
Yeah, I'm
who's
trying to
excited
think.
to show up in full body paint?
I hope I don't fall. Oh
God.
So the thing is, charm person doesn't say that it's concentration. And
Right.
so trying to
yeah,
make
yeah,
sure
yeah.
that we handle this properly, I can't. Oh, God!
Thank you.
Necrobats TV, thank you for those tiered subs. That's fantastic.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Appreciated.
Excellent.
I believe it ends in the spawns, but I could be.
So it is a duration of 1 hour. And chat, here's a great moment if y'all can think about this. But I think because they charmed you, it is not, so you're not like best friends or anything, and you are definitely concerned with the fact that your friends were attacked. Yeah, that charm is this, it's a problem. It's a problem right now because you have watched all of them be taken down, and then the other members are rushing to their aid, but I'm trying to be fair here and reading the exact wording and the rules, and I'm pulling up wikis on it. Charm person does not say anything about duration or dropping when, because if you were knocked out, if you thought of them as a good person, they might grab you and try to pull you to safety.
Yeah, and I think what Terex would do in this situation is probably, if he's still feeling positively towards Senek, go down and try to stabilize with medicine and not really want, noticing that the other people no longer seem to be antagonistic. I'm not going to continue fighting 1-on-4. But
Yeah,
I am gonna,
it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but I am going to take care of Senek and keep an eye on them.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Yeah, we did hit 80 and we're still riding it. That's awesome.
I know. Can't wait to shove him full of red body paint.
I was
Yeah.
mostly asking because, like, if Terex was no longer charmed, she just fucking let him die.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for that sub. Hey, and a raid with 7. Thank you,
Woo!
JT Displays. Thanks for
Look
that
at you
raid. Welcome
guys.
in. Hey, so JT Displays, I don't know if y'all know about this, but we had a challenge. If we got to 80 viewers, that our crew was going to come back in full cosplay next session in 2 weeks. And so we got to 80, and y'all just definitely put us over that for certain.
Woo.
So enjoy the rest of the episode today, but also come back in 2 weeks for some of these folks in full body paint. That's gonna be nuts.
I need to figure out how the hell to cosplay a lizard folk.
Yeah,
It'll be fine. It'll be
our
fine. We'll
next
figure-
goal will
we'll
have to
figure
be
it out.
100. But okay, so let's keep rolling then. Let's check it then. Y'all have just downed all of the members. You just got out of combat. The 3 people you were fighting are unconscious right now and bleeding to death. Brutus, who are you going to help?
Because we've got only a few seconds to do all of this. I'm right by the Goliath, so I will give just like 1 HP back with my lay on
One
hands.
lay on hands?
Just enough to
Okay.
make sure that he doesn't die.
Yeah, and so you reach down and your hand.
I mean, I did non-lethal anyway, but just for safekeeping.
Describe to me what your lay on hands looks like as
Well,
you
it's-
give this 1 HP.
It's awful. So the palm of her hand, even though it's gloved, glows again like her sword, like her eyes, like it's just white hot metal. And she puts her hand over the wound, and even though he's unconscious, it does feel like getting a wound cauterized, but from the inside.
And it is burning but healing. And it
Yes.
is saving their life. And it's more like a battle lay on hands than it is a blessing. It's like, get up, soldier.
Yeah, no, it's like, get your ass in gear. We're doing things.
Yeah. So you have granted 1 HP to the Goliath. And excellent. We will mark their 1 healing. Now Ruby was healed by Tarek, correct?
Yes, for 18. So
18,
I am
excellent.
up. Who walked over to Cynic? Was that
Tarek's
well.
walked over and is about to try and like fix them with just like stabilized, but no
Okay.
healing. And
yeah, Ruby's just gonna call over, leave that scar. And then before the combat, one of the riders was knocked off their horse. Correct.
Mhm.
I would like to find them.
Okay. Yeah, they are just a few feet back because the battle sort of scuffle and moved. They are just a few feet to the side, and you now actually see that during the battle, they tried to crawl away,
Oh,
and they did not seem to make it.
she's going
no.
to walk over, seeing that they tried crawling, seeing the
The trail of
Trail.
blood and the drag marks.
trail. Yeah, and them dragging themselves, walk over very stoically and just take 2 fingers and reach down and try to find any pulse.
Hey, Snap! Thanks so much for that follow. Good to see you here. So yeah, you're trying to check this person for a pulse, and there is none.
I'm going to flip them onto their back. And you said they have face masks and they were a little more
Yeah, they have. They're all hooded up, and they are face down at this point. But you're flipping them over.
yeah.
Mhm.
As respectfully as I can manage, like flipping them onto their back, kind of pulling down the hood and their mask to see who this individual might be.
Sure. So as you flip them over and you see this individual, they are a middle-aged man with a little bit of a scruffy, wiry beard. and they're very well kept though. And as you see underneath the cloak that they were wearing that was covering themselves, they have some like decent plate armor on underneath, and it definitely carries a signet on it, so it seems that they are someone or were.
I would like to take extra detail of the signet. That way I can later describe it when need be.
Okay, cool.
Um,
And so you're just kind of checking that person out and going
Yeah.
over them. Okay.
Closing their eyes before leaving them there, noting I will come back to that. Walking back to the rest of the party. The two that were on the horse, are they still around, or did they flee entirely?
Oh, they booked it.
Okay,
This
okay, great.
battle happened and
Okay.
they were gone.
Okay, great. I just
There
wanted to
is
double check.
one horse. There are two horses technically, because
Okay.
there's the one that was killed on their horse, and their horse is still just like here. It seems like it's still stuck in the same place when it first got tripped up. And then the other horse that's panicking because a smaller rider was grabbed off of them and taken by the third rider.
Okay, so while my
Hey, Zy Garnet, thanks so much for that tier 1 sub. Thanks for gifting that.
So while the rest of the party is stabilizing the rest of them, I call up, if someone would please tie them up, knowing that a couple of my party members still seem friendly with them, and try to calm down this horse. That's one of my main focus at the moment.
I was gonna tie up the Goliath, anywho, so that is a good idea.
Thank you.
Okay. And so Tear well, I guess we got to check. So Tear, what are you doing?
At this point, there is still, I believe, Nuke, who is not
Yep.
stabilized. So
Correct.
I'm going to be running over there and trying to stabilize them.
A medicine check or healing?
Medicine check.
All right,
Okay.
please make a medicine roll for me. Medicine check.
Okay, so I have a +4. That's a 17 + 4 for a 21.
Okay. You were able to stabilize them.
I'm also gonna yell over to Hiccup and say, "Are you okay?" And that'll be my turn.
Just looks and goes, "No, I'm really confused." He walks over to Tear and watches him stabilize Nuke and says, and these are our friends. I don't understand why we all had to fight each other.
My turn, Ruby. Last time I hit friends who were confused, people were angry.
Not angry, as I'm still busy trying to deal with this horse. I'm not angry. We will talk about it in a moment.
Okay, I'm
not angry, but yelling at you.
Mhm.
angry. I'm
I'm not
just
angry.
disappointed.
Just yelling.
I do
Now,
try to look over and make sure that they are being tied up,
yeah.
and then go back to fully attention on this horse,
So,
trying to get it stopped.
Terex, you are currently dealing with Senek and trying to help out there, correct?
Yep.
Because Myri's character Brutus went to the Goliath for 1 HP. Tear is over at the Nuke, and Ruby is dealing. And Tear and Hiccup are both at Nuke, and Ruby's dealing with the downed rider and the horses. So you're at Senek. What are you trying to do? Heal or a medicine check?
Medicine check. I ain't got no healing.
All right, give that medicine check, please.
That's not good. That's a 4.
And you can tell that Senek is creeping closer to death. And as you make that, Senek is going to have to make a death save themselves to try and even it out.
When they see it,
Oh no.
probably
It's a nat
more
1.
and more frantic as it goes on.
I don't like that look.
Senek rolled a nat 1.
Oh,
Oh damn!
And so your failed medicine check counted as 1 against them. And Senek just counted as 2 against himself.
Oh, so that's 3 fails.
Terex is yelling for help as she realizes, like, probably has their hands just covered in blood, trying to just stop the bleeding and stop the moving. And
Brutus,
like, just
I need
freaking out.
I need Brutus to make a perception check right now.
Okay. Nat 1.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
baby.
There's all the nat ones coming in.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh.
There it is.
There it
We
is,
were
all
rolling
those-
too good early on.
Help. Brutus.
Yep.
This is
Sparta.
coming at you.
This is about to get very rough.
I'm ready.
And I need you to make a con save right now with a disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Okay.
The power of death compels you, apparently.
Okay. Con. That's 8.
So
Great.
the eyes open up on the Goliath, and you see him look over at Fennec and the screaming and looking at everything going wrong. And your perception check was whether or not you saw it in time to do anything. And
Yeah.
you don't.
Okay.
But you look back and you see, and your vision lets you see this through what Oliver is granting to you inside your mind. And you see a symbol on the Goliath's chest light up, but too little too late,
Oof.
as a level 3 thunder wave comes out. And you are going to be taking 4d8 damage.
All right. Let's
What-
go.
Wouldn't it be
just-
great if they were all ones?
Why did
And
you say
that
that out loud?
Just out of
19 thunder
Oh,
damage.
squeeze me.
Okay, 19.
And you are thrown back 10 feet. And everyone within 15 feet, because the Goliath was right there, that means that Terex, I need you to make a con save. Because the Goliath and Cynic were next to each other, so this 15-foot cube is about to explode. What did you get, Terex? I see that face.
I got a natural 1.
Oh my.
Terex,
Oh
Good.
no.
I am gonna need you to take 19 full damage there.
Terex is oh my god, just by 1.
And
So
this
sad.
moment happens like bullet time as this Goliath's energy surges, and this thing you see for a second, Brutus, glow in their chest, and then thunder wave ripples out. And the horses are panicked from the sound and they take off. You guys see this as Brutus and Terex take this blast, but so does the dying Cynic. And Cynic's body slides across the ground. Brutus, are you still up?
I actually am.
And the Goliath goes to stand up. And they take a step. And then you see that symbol on their chest glowing. You can see it burning. And they start clawing at it. And he says, "No! No, that's not how it's supposed to work."
Shove him away in case it explodes again. Can I like scramble up and just try to push him?
Yeah. And
I mean,
so
I'll
you-
tackle him if I need to. If that's like the more necessary course of action. I will
No,
full
you
hero
stand
this
up
shit.
and you shove him, and he falls down back onto the ground and just starts writhing in pain, and then stops moving. And as he was clawing, he was tearing at his shirt. Roll a perception check. Everybody roll
I was
perception.
about to say, because the horse ran off, right?
Yeah.
Like if that was
Everybody
like,
roll perception.
at that point, Ruby would have turned around and been like, "What is happening?" So let's
23.
Please be decent perception. Please be decent perception.
6.
Okay, all right.
Dirty
that's a
20.
17. 16 plus 1.
And what'd you get, Brutus?
6.
So Brutus, you've pushed them away and you've turned to run, basically thinking about the explosion. Everyone else out of range turned to see what was happening, which is why they see this. On the chest of this Goliath who's been tearing at theirs, you see what looks like a tattoo. And you're familiar with tattoos. Like the idea of ink or designs, that makes sense. But this is glowing. And you have never, ever heard of anything like that. And this tattoo glowing and shining, and then veins around it are starting to twist and turn black, and he starts choking as it's taking over around his throat.
Can I also grab Tarek since she was the only other one in range and is unconscious now, and just like grab her and pull her along with me in case he explodes?
Ruby would
You
like
can
to do
grab
Shit,
the
tropical.
opposite
Great.
and run towards this man.
Okay. And as you
Hiccup would
approach,
also like to approach.
as you approach, you watch him one last time reach up, and then his arm falls limp. And you watch as the tattoo fades away.
What did the tattoo look like?
It was a circle with a line that cut right through it and 3 slashes in the middle of that line.
When you say through it,
So
Like
like
in
a
half?
cancel symbol and then 3 dashes in the middle.
Okay.
In the meantime,
Okay.
as this is happening, I'm going to be running over to Terex and casting another 2nd level Cure Wounds on her.
And you get over to Terex, who's being dragged away by Brutus. But what were your perception rolls again? Were all pretty high, right?
yeah,
Except for
Mine was a
Brutus.
23.
Except for Brutus. With that 23, you run over. And I'm going to say that you also see this. You see Cynic's body, now limp, and most likely gone. And you see symbols start to glow all over his body.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no, that's a time bomb.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to, as that happens, I'm going to yell over to the friends as I'm trying to still, my focus is on Terex, still trying to heal her. I'm going to yell, I think the other ones, there's symbols. Somebody should check it out, or we need to get away from here.
Ruby turns. Do these symbols all look familiar, or is this something completely unseen?
You see the ones that you can see, but there's glowing coming from underneath his clothing as well. But the ones you can see, they're all different types of tattoos poking out, and none of them are the same.
Okay.
Can I just pick up Terex and Tear? Can I just roll an athletics check to be like, nope? Because they're right next to me.
You just eat.
So
I will.
you,
Can I yeet them? Can I?
I will allow you to pick up
Awesome.
Terex.
Okay.
If you really want to try, it's going to be hard for you to pick up both Terex and Tear, but you can try it.
Yeah. You can,
But Tear is still
can-
able-bodied right now and
I'll-
has healed Terex, right?
I can.
fair.
Yes.
How much
that
did you
will
heal
be,
Terex for?
That'll be
Healing.
14 points of healing.
Terex just got healed for 14 and sort of is waking up while being dragged. And
Cool. If Tear is moving with me, I won't. But you know, I'm ready to drag him too, in case there is again more explosion.
Seeing that this other individual is now glowing, and this one in front of me is dead, I turn my attention to the now body. I'm gonna walk over and stand 10 feet from the body, just kind of seeing what tattoos I can see, seeing if they fade or anything else, but mostly just staying 10 feet back at least.
So you walk over within 10 feet of the body and you're looking at
Yeah,
the-
just
trying
kinda
to get
like-
some tattoos.
Just kind of like seeing if anything looks familiar, seeing what I can see.
Please roll a investigation check.
Fantastic. I think I'm
May
good
I-
at that.
Say, may I check Nuke for tattoos as well? See if she has any along with them.
Yeah, you can take a peek at Nuke. It's an investigation check for you as well.
Okay.
That's 14 for me, 11 plus 3.
Okay.
That's a 3. I think Hiccup is still really confused about what's going on because he's still charmed.
Yeah, Hiccup doesn't know what's going on. Still a little charmed. Terex, you're no longer charmed. You've been unconscious and back up. You're no longer charmed. Hiccup is the only
which-
one. Yeah, Terex is no longer. But Ruby, with a 14, you see that there is the glowing of the tattoos. And they are glowing bright and big, and all at the same time, they're brighter and brighter. And then those veins crack open around all the same spots wherever tattoos are. And then they fade away.
Well, they got temps.
Brutus is like all ready to shield like the healer and the person who was being healed and is like, oh, good.
Everyone
Really want to die today.
roll a perception check.
Oh, yeah.
That's not okay.
Perception.
17.
No, Brutus.
12.
4.
No.
Her perception is not good. She only rolled good perception checks earlier because she was lucky.
Say just a 14 this time.
That's a
Who got
9 for Hiccup.
The 17.
Yeah, girl.
Terex, you were being dragged, and so you were at the right angle to see this. As you were being dragged away, it was in a position that allowed you to look up. And you see cutting through the clouds a meteor.
What?
Oh no.
I am going to just scramble to my feet and like point at the sky and yell run and just fucking dash as far away from that meteor.
Following.
Everyone's response?
What is the,
Following.
I was say, what is the projectile? If Ruby's to look up point blank to see where the projectile is going, where is it going?
Right where you're
zigzag
standing.
Okay, so
That
directly right there. Okay,
that is some
fantastic.
math shit Brutus does not have time for. Yes.
Okay, yeah, we dash.
Let's go.
We dash in though.
Dashing and boom.
Everybody
Miss
make athletics
trigonometry,
checks
let's
to
go.
outrun
Yay.
this, please.
Okay.
May
Why?
Okay.
Can we run sideways? Can we zigzag?
Hold on. Serpentine!
Ooh.
I would like
Okay, I
to.
gotta use my own. That's
Okay, dice gods were with me earlier. It was touch and go for a while. I would like you back again. Okay, now is not the time to be funny.
Repent us of our sins.
So. Oh no, honey.
I was just about to ask if I could use the help action for you, but I figured I probably couldn't because I'm using my athletics.
I'd allow you to help if you're grabbing someone to like usher them.
Tear was the one I was going to choose because he feels the least athletic. I feel like once
Okay.
Terex is on her feet, she can run. Like,
Okay.
You would think that, wouldn't you?
I would think that. I might be wrong, but she
So,
just feels competent.
Amelia, I think the dice gods put it in my direction because I rolled a nat 20 on that check.
Okay, well, as long as they helped out someone, because I got a freaking 7.
Okay.
I rolled a 19. I'll grab Terex since Ruby is aware that she's newly up and
Okay. So
If I
by
can help my
getting
best boy.
by
I
getting
would.
the aid of your teammates, I'll allow Ter and Terex, because Terex saw it too, to get advantage on this athletics check.
I say, but
Fuck the
Ruby,
dice gods. I'm doing this on my own.
But Ruby did get a 19.
Didn't land on the table. Same number. Same number. I rolled
And what was the
same-
number?
Was it 7? I rolled a 7. I assume I had a 7 last time.
Yeah, so you had a 7 last time. That
Fair.
was correct.
I got better, but a 12.
Okay.
Not one.
I was gonna ask if I could have just scooped up my best boy Tear
I should just make a cleric next time.
I
Maybe I
was
should go for a
already
cleric.
trying.
So you all are running. And at that point, Terex, you're in the back of the pack. And you hear that same sound. And you look up and see a second one coming through the clouds. And a third. And a fourth. Everyone make an Arcana check.
What is this Armageddon
I
bullshit?
swear, if this is what I think it is, I'm going to be upset. Also, I would just
Why
like,
are there meteors?
as a note to the rest of the party, Jarvis is still in town.
Jarvis is just chilling. He
Okay, I haven't had a moment to write out a little note. Hey, by the way, Jarvis,
I got-
I'm in the office right now.
I got a
Because
dirty
you
20.
were falling from the
Dirty
sky.
20.
Dirty 20. I've
Okay.
not rolled any natural 20s, but dirty 20s.
Arcana?
14.
Arcana.
My Arcana is an 18 total.
I got a 3.
I don't think I said my
18.
athletics earlier, and that was real good.
Okay, so
But my Arcana's
18
real bad.
and 20 for Ruby and Hiccup. The two of you have Hiccup, for being in the land of nature. You've seen a meteor storm before. And you have been taught by your mentor that people are able to cause them with magic. It is a very, very high-powered spell in your knowledge. Nothing you could think to attempt for almost most of your lifetime. Ruby, you recognize it specifically, especially with your mother in the research facility, as Meteor Swarm, a 9th level evocation.
Correct.
Nani? Nani the fuck?
Why?
And you feel all of the weight of how dreadful this is.
Yes. Okay, so
So you are all currently running, and Terex is at the back of the pack. And the first meteor is approaching and is about to crash. The rest of you make it up, and what direction are you running? Back
There-
towards Nox or deeper into the forest?
Back towards Nox.
Oh, I was gonna
Is-
say
I
further
was
into the
gonna say,
forest if they're attacking us.
are
I
the
don't
rest
want
of
it
the
near the city.
meteors the rest of the meteors, are they directed at the same spot, or are they headed toward like
They
further
are
out?
sort of out in a line in just the
Boom, boom, boom,
general
boom.
area that body was.
Okay.
So it could be either or, honestly. Probably I do agree with Brutus, probably further into the forest to keep it away from Nox.
I would say I think we need to go further into the forest because there's people that are not needing to be affected by this. Ruby
Yep.
will relay that, I guess, to the rest of the party. Like, go deeper in the forest. Let's go. Like,
Yeah,
as she's running, like, let's
affirmative.
go. Like,
Okay.
Following the team.
Like, Hiccup doesn't say anything. He just books it. He looks a little bit more wolfish
All
as
right.
his instincts have kicked in.
Can
Everyone-
we be? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask if if, I don't know if like a survival check would work for this, but like maybe be looking out for like a cave or like an overhang that we could maybe slide underneath and get protection.
Sure. So first, everyone make another athletics check as you keep running.
Oh boy.
And not that one.
ooh,
Sorry,
Oh,
did you get a
baby.
1?
No, I said another one. My bad.
I
got
had a heart attack.
16.
17.
17 also.
And 25 again for athletics.
You
Pick up.
zoom. Pick up, baby,
That-
please.
That would be a 10. I was hoping I could cast Misty Step on myself to give me a leg up on things.
You could say that you do that.
Yeah, could I do that instead?
Yeah, so you cast, you're running and you realize you're lagging behind and you activate Misty Step to get up with the group again.
Sweet.
Okay. And yes, Myri, you can make a survival check as these are descending to.
Cool.
I will have to roll to see if I surge because that is a level 2 spell.
Yes, please do.
13.
I rolled a 7.
All right, you're safe.
All right.
Okay. And so with a 13, you are scouting around and you can see some sort of hillside and such like up ahead that like through the trees that maybe might offer something, but you can't tell at this point anything accurate.
I will like catch Ruby's eye and point at the hill like it's our best shot. Because some idea is better than no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, if that's the best cover we can find, she's like, run. Don't look back. Don't look at your party members. Run.
Okay.
So literally everyone. She says this as a thing to everyone. It's like, worry about yourself. Go.
And one last athletics check. Everyone.
13.
18.
18.
That's an 8.
I'm sorry, folks. I rolled a nat 1.
If we go
If I could
down,
roll.
we go down together.
I was gonna say, again, probably too late to ask. Another Misty Step, mayhaps.
We go down together.
If you're going to burn, are you going to burn your spell to do that?
I absolutely will.
Okay.
As long as I can keep up with peeps and survive, I'm cool with burning another spell slot to do it.
Okay.
And now
And
I'm gonna
now-
have to make another wild magic roll.
The final check here for everyone is a dexterity saving throw as these meteors smash into the ground.
What's my
Ew.
dex? What's
I
my
got
did-
another 18.
Where's my d20?
I rolled a 16 on that wild magic bit.
Okay, you're safe.
Roll
21
the-
for that dex.
I rolled a 15.
Okay, you said dexterity saving
Yep.
throw.
What'd you get for
Oh.
Moose?
21 for
Okay.
that dex
If
save.
that was a saving throw, so that's a 23. My bad.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh,
All right.
dope. That's awesome. 16 for Brutus.
Okay. So here's what goes down. Meteors strike in the forest, and an eruption happens, one after the other. And you can't hear anything, and a shock wave of force comes rushing in your direction, and heat and everything. The trees are collapsing and falling around you. And you are going to take damage in this particular order.
Oh, we forgot about Nuke.
Yup.
You
Nuked.
did.
Fine.
Nuked. But
About to
It's
follow.
okay.
Horse is
tried
gonna
to
kill me
kill
for that
us.
one.
So,
I'm just saying, I hope you guys realize this is a 9th level spell.
Ruby,
I realize.
No,
As soon as he said meteor, my brain was like, ah, yes, meteor swarm. We are.
Brutus doesn't
royally
realize.
fucked.
we
But
are
I'm a wizard
screwed.
main. I realize.
Okay, yes, Corso.
Okay,
How much
yeah.
damage am I
Ruby
taking?
and
Tell us.
Brutus
Okay.
are taking 18 fire damage.
Okay.
So Ruby technically cuts it to 9.
Okay,
Ooh, that means.
And how are you doing, Ruby?
I am at 9. I
Better
had
than
when you said
me.
18, I panicked and I was like, "Oh wait, I'm not playing feral." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh wait."
And how are you doing, Myri?
Nope, Brutus is down.
Okay.
Brutus goes down.
Okay.
Then, in this instance, the rest of you are taking. That will be to the 3 of you. You will be taking 18 fire damage, and
Wow.
And
Yeah, there's and. There's and.
2000 and
There's the and.
18 bludgeoning.
So even with a nat 20, I get all of
I'm
that.
down.
Okay.
So that would.
what's
Terex
the
is
total?
dead. Because that's 18 takes me. Or that's 36 damage total, right?
It would have to
Double your thing.
yeah, it would have to
It would have to take me down to -22. Which I'm gonna double check with the calculator app.
Based on my calculations, it shouldn't.
Yeah, because I have 14 health and you deal 36 damage. So that would take me to -22 and I would be dead.
Dead. And this massive wave strikes.
Sign off. Who's still alive?
Me.
Now, who is still up? Only Ruby, right?
That would be me.
So,
Drama.
Wait, was the first ass being literally alive? I'm alive.
yeah, you're alive.
Okay, yeah.
And Ruby, what do you do?
Who had the paper for? It was Terex, correct?
Mhm.
I want to search for it.
Okay.
Hopefully it has not been engulfed in flames at this point.
It's
Yeah.
probably super bloody.
That's what
Okay.
I'm looking for first.
So yeah, you immediately rush over and you search and you find the paper.
Do I find anything to write with?
Yeah, there's a
Okay.
pen that
Okay.
was kept with it. Yeah, there was a something to scratch with. Yeah.
Immediately I don't know if in Cauldareen if Ruby has been trained of like what the term, if they have something different than SOS. She's
Mhm.
writing the equivalent of SOS. Party downs, last one standing. SOS.
Okay. And
And then kind of like moving, she's trying to move, even though currently they're unalived. The body is off to a side where they could not be in someone's line of sight. Fully knowing what the spell is, and knowing the range, is trying to get them under cover, even if
Okay.
it's just their bodies.
And as you're grabbing them and you're pulling them and you're trying to drag their bodies away, you are just pulling at them and you're getting them under the tree cover but everything around you is on fire and it is dangerous. And you have that slip of paper, you wrote SOS, and then you just started pulling them and pulling them and pulling them. And make a perception check.
Yeah, absolutely. Please be good. Please be good. Okay, that's not too bad. That's a 16.
You're frantic. You keep looking at the paper as you're doing this because your team has just been wiped and you don't know what to do. And you, I assume, can't heal any of them.
No.
You don't
no.
have any way to do that right now.
Oh no, not at all. She's not a healer.
And you look at the paper and it starts to shift the ink into a symbol. And it sort of looks like Jarvis's calling symbol starts to draw itself on the paper. And as it finishes, it starts to glow. And you hear a crack behind you as a tree starts to knot open a gateway and Jarvis steps through. I heard you required assistance.
Jarvis, you robot savior daddy. I love you.
Robot
And
Jesus.
Jarvis. As she just looks to her fallen party members. Help.
And Jarvis looks around and takes a peek at all of the people. Oh dear, they seem to be massively injured. This is not good.
Is the town of Nox still standing, or are they also under attack?
No, but there was tremors that were felt. I
Yes.
assume it is whatever happened here.
Meteor swarm.
Oh dear, we are dealing with a much more dangerous situation than expected. And Jarvis then looks over at the people and immediately runs to administer first aid. And first runs up to Terex
Oh,
and
God.
checking over Terex says, I am sorry. She is gone. And then
Which that ain't
turns
the right answer.
next over to Brutus and steps over and feels that Brutus still has a pulse and lays their hands on Brutus and gives a single HP of lay on hands. And then turns and moves over and proceeds to check over Tear and says, I am sorry, my friend, you are badly damaged. And again, delivers a single HP to stabilize. And makes their way to Hiccup to deliver one more HP Hiccup. I have very limited capabilities in regards of healing, but perhaps this may help them. We can use the gateway to return.
As long as they're stable, looking over to Terex, who is not. I want to try. Okay. Can you get her body as I'm helping the rest of my party at least stand to their feet, knowing?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
Knowing that they're going to ask questions, as I pull everyone to their feet, just ask questions later. Just go. As she's gesturing towards the gateway, like, just go.
Help Terex, though. I'm
Well-
going to try and stumble over it.
Ruby is going to grab him by the shoulders and gently push him towards the gateway. Just go.
No, I can do this. I can heal her.
She's gone.
Tear, do you
Brutus?
try to heal her?
Yes, I'm going to cast a first level cure wounds.
And you cast it, and wounds on her body and burns start to heal up, but nothing happens.
I'm going to also use
I-
my healing hands. I have I can touch a creature and restore 3 hit points.
And you do so, and more
Starlight.
of Terex begins to heal up. Hiccup, you were going to do something, and then Brutus.
I'm gonna limp over to Tear and Terex. He is going to gently place a hand on Tear's shoulder and give it a loving squeeze before he scoops up Terex's body and said, I promised I'm not gonna eat you, but at least I can get you out of here. And just start limping his way to the gateway with Terex in his arms.
Brutus, what do you
Oh,
do?
Now my thing's gone.
How would Brutus respond to seeing this?
Well, I was gonna go pick up Terex also. Because I am the strong. But I will she'll go and she's about to go and pick up Terex and sees Hiccup does it instead. And it's just like sees that he is doing his best and is like, all right.
Ruby
And I'm just gonna put a hand
And-
on like yeah. I'm gonna put an arm around Tear and sort of like guide him along with like, okay, we're going. Your buddies
Brutus,
got Terex, we're gonna
You go to move, and you freeze in place.
Ooh.
And
Nani?
your eyesight that blacked out when you went out is screaming to look again because you are unconscious. It wants to know what's happening.
She'll like do a little head tap, like, yeah, just tune in, it's fine.
And as you do, your eyesight scans again like it did. And you can see that glow that you used to, seeing little bits of magic, seeing things. But then you see something unnerving. You see Terex being held by Hiccup, and you see Terex's spirit on the ground, on her hands and knees, shaking her head and blinking slowly. And in front of her, a light starts to glow and open and open. And you feel this surge inside of you. You feel more presence than Oliver has ever given you. Oliver is almost overriding your body, but is electing not to do it unless you grant them permission.
I mean, I definitely want to go and grab Terex and be like, I'll tell Oliver, just like, if whatever you do is going to help us here, then do it. I don't know if I actually can grab Terex, but I'm gonna try. Just like by the
you
back
reach
of the
out
coat.
towards Terex, and your hand swipes right through this thing that you see. And when you say, whatever you do, if it helps, do it. And on the words "do it," you have granted permission. And Oliver, the synchron, takes over. And for a brief moment, your hand stays put, but a second hand reaches from it into the plane and grabs Terex. And alarmed, she looks up, and it thrusts her at her body. And the force of which enters Terex's body, and Hiccup, feeling something, falls, holding Terex. And the light slowly closes and seals. And no one else could see what you saw. They saw you look at your hand, and they saw Hiccup fall.
Onto my back, I hope, because I don't want to crush
And
her.
right now, Myri,
Uh-huh.
Brutus cannot feel Oliver in the way that they have it. It's almost like Oliver is deep asleep right now.
Well, she's gonna just like tell him, even though he's asleep, just be like, "Thank you. Thanks." And then do what she was gonna do. Armor on tear. Ruby's got her shit together. All good. Try to help Hiccup up, and let's get everybody through the tree.
Ruby pushes them all through the tree, then goes last. Like pulls Jarvis, then goes last.
Yeah, we'll get Hiccup back up. Yeah, we'll.
Yep. He as you help Hiccup up, he just grumbles, "Oh, sorry, Nightshade," as he keeps carrying her through.
And you carry. What was that, Terex?
Did I see any of that? Do I remember any of that?
That's a good question.
Ooh.
You all walk through the gateway?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, Terex, you feel the blast hit your back, the heat searing your skin, and then the thud. And then you don't feel anything, and you're on your hands and knees. And you look over, and all of your teammates are down. You can see Brutus and Tear and Hiccup. And Ruby seems to be fine, wounded, but fine. And you see her dragging Terex. But wait, you're Terex. But she's dragging you? No, you're dead. And you're trying to cope with this, and you shut your eyes and open them, and it seems like time has passed in a second. And you see Ruby writing frantically on a piece of paper, and you shut your eyes and blink again, and you hear the cracking of a tree, and Jarvis begins walking through, but you feel so heavy and so tired, and you're here on your hands and knees just trying to breathe, but it doesn't feel like you can breathe here. And this little light starts to glow in front of you. and it feels like fresh air is beyond that. Like that's where you need to go to breathe right. That's where you need to go to feel okay. It hurts here like this. And then you hear something. A whisper. Many whispers reach out and grab you. And as this thing grabs you by the collar, you are shaken as this creature, capable of touching souls, has grabbed yours. And as you inhale, it is painful to breathe here. And it sends visions through your mind, flashes of you as a child, flashes of your cousin Kagor, flashes of your blood magic, moments of memories that don't feel like yours. Like you didn't grow up in Hogstown. You weren't a knight in training. You didn't command troops. Your name isn't Brutus. And then suddenly it goes black. And as you open your eyes, you're in a bed. And you look around the room. And a face leans down and says, "Oh, good. You seem to be waking up. I wasn't certain how long you would be unconscious."
How long have I been?
It has been about a solid week.
Where's everybody else? Are they okay? Did they make it out?
And you look around the room, and Hare is in this room, asleep on the other side of the room. And the others are about their day. They all are currently downstairs, probably eating or talking or breathing or anything else that they are up to.
Right. What's up? Am I in my goth room?
No, you are in a room in the Silver Spoon Saloon.
Oh. Yeah, just give me a minute. Soon.
Excellent. And Jarvis the Warforged stands up to walk out of the room. And Terex, the Drow Blood Hunter, feeling alive again and present, is left waking up in a bed with her teammate Ter asleep in the corner and her friends downstairs just about to be told the good news. But so many questions lie for our party. What were those strange tattoos? What's happened in that forest? And who was the real bad guy in this situation? Find out next time on the Cauldareen Chronicles.
Heck.
And then the camera pans out somewhere different. A warehouse somewhere in the world. We see a half-elf with a hood drawn up, standing at a ledge. He smiles as the creatures below move swiftly to complete their work. Diligently, They pack small vials of black ink into wooden crates, and short silver needles arranged neatly alongside them. To what do I owe the pleasure? A voice from behind the hooded figure says. A man appearing to be in his mid-20s approaches the hooded figure, bald on top with a thick black beard and perfect pristine skin without a single imperfection. His hand stroking his beard as he muses why his guest is here. Oh, just checking in on my favorite crime lord, and figured my servants could speed things along. I assume everything has been to your liking? The hooded figure responds, his fangs in a toothy smile. The bearded man smiles and chuckles. They say never look a gift horse in the mouth. But you're no horse. And I often question if these are in fact gifts. And as he finishes his sentence, with a thought, he shifts his appearance, the bearded man's skin aging slightly, revealing the true nature, the blemishes, the scarring, and most notably, glowing tattoos from head to toe. And that is where we're ending tonight's Cauldareen Chronicles.
I had it written in my notes. Still thinking about the vampire dude. Blah blah blah. This totally has to do with vampires.
That is a hydrate check from Mia L.
Oh, I have one sip left. Perfect.
All vampires. It is all vampires all the way down.
It's vampires all the way down.
We just been thinking about vampires.
No, Ruby's too busy thinking about how literally everyone died in front of her. Thanks.
Yep.
Oh
Wow.
no, everyone died in front of you. I died. Okay.
You did die. Dragged your body. Just ask me.
You are watching the Cauldareen Chronicles. We're here every other Wednesday. Right now, Zep, if you would be so kind to find us someone to raid here in a minute, we're going to hit them. Hopefully someone in the 60 viewers mark or under. I really want to make their day who's streaming D&D. And while I tell y'all, remember, Zep is actually the one helping run everything in the background. So everything you see here, oh no, the little thing is gone, but that's fine. I remember it now. Everything that's behind the scenes comes to the Cauldareen Chronicles, produced by Sunset Brew of the Torpid Gaming Network. Make sure to give them a follow at twitch.tv/Torpid Network. They stream tabletop games on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific time and a variety of other games throughout the week. And make sure to give Sunset's Brew, that's Sunset's Brew, on TikTok a follow. Does some amazing stuff. Great content. The Potions Man, if you haven't seen, as well as other fun stuff. They're always streaming games and doing cool stuff. I am D&D Corso. You can find me on TikTok and Twitter. This is the Lark Network. Please be sure to follow all of the players you can see. Make sure to follow at Myri Chanel, at the Super Goat, at Songbird the Bard, at Amelia Som, and at Game Raider Girl. Thank you so much for that follow there in the end. And folks, we're going to be rating somebody here in a minute. Even if you can't stick around for long, that's okay. Just make sure you leave the viewer up for like 5-10 minutes to help their analytics go up, even if you got to walk away. But we go and we hang out in the Discord in about 10 minutes. So basically, we all watch their stream for 10 minutes, and then we hang out in the Discord for the Nest, the Lark Network's Discord called The Nest. And if you want to come chill with the players and talk to us and hang out, we will be in our Discord. It's 18 plus. So we will make sure we drop that Discord link in there for you right now. And,
hey, next session we're in cosplay.
Actually, you can just hit, hang on. If you already did this for me, I can just hit Discord. There we go. And next session, we're going to be in cosplay.
Man, I hope
So-
there's
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely wild. And I'm so stoked for that.
Hope there's
So-
no tears.
Straight
yeah,
up thought you were gonna cosplay zombie Terex immediately.
zombie Terex would have been best Terex.
I would do it.
I'm so
Rich
glad.
Terex.
Hey,
Focus
this
is-
campaign's not over yet. Could still happen.
Yeah,
It could
Terex
still
ain't out yet.
happen.
Well, for
Um,
this one.
Vampire Terex in Endgame.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's everything important I needed to throw at you. Please be sure to follow us and subscribe. It really helps us go. And come back in 2 weeks. That is going to be on the 34th, which is not a real date, which makes it the 3rd. So February 3rd. So 2-3-2-1. We will be back. So, are we ready to raid, Bruce? Yeah.
Yes.
Ink and
All right.
Liar.
They are playing Ride of the Frost Maiden. We are rating Ink and Liar. We double checked that they're not currently on a break, right? Excellent.
Awesome.
What are they? Yeah, what's their viewer count out right now?
What's their viewer count?
They're at 10
Yeah.
people. Okay, so everyone, we're gonna rate them with 60. Let's fucking make their day.
Let's do it.
Please
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's
help
do it. Let's
us
do it.
make their day. Leave it up for 10. Make sure to tell them Lark Network Raid. That's gonna be the post is Lark Raid. We'll make it easy for you. So
Great.
Lark Raid. We got just a few more seconds here. Lark Raid is what you're gonna put. Yeah, Lark Raid mode activated. Hey,
Oh, look, somebody else is
Suspicious
raiding
Wizard
us.
is raiding us with 6 people. Hey, we literally just ended, but
Double
we're
it.
about to raid someone else. Thank
Join
you
our
so
raid.
much, though. That is, I super love that. I'm super glad that you did that. 15
Okay.
seconds till we have to raid. So, are we ready to raid?
I'm
Ready to
raid.
raid.
Let's do it, baby. Bye.
Love you.
Let's raid them.
I saw their last message. Double raid.
I know.
Double raid.